It's a good time for...
Can you believe it? Oh my God, do you believe that?
Let me tell you something.
Oh my God, do you believe that?
Can you believe it? True stories from around the world that make you say, poop, but Jesus, that anything really can go so. Okay. And we're in Canada. We're up in Joy's country and Suki's country. Well, Joy and Suki, they're both Jamaicans, but they live in Canada. Big up all of the Canadian linky them must stay so, and good so, and lock so, to we so. Yeah? Okay. Inspector tripped up by vibrator. Inspector tripped up by vibrator. And this is a housing inspector. Now I'm going to read the mix-up first. We're going to read the mix-up first. Here we go. A former building inspector with the city of Edmonton who was caught coming out of a woman's bedroom closet after playing with her vibrator has been found guilty. 55-year-old Robert Shostak was convicted of unlawfully being in a dwelling house Friday in Court of Queen's Bench, whatever that is. The judge ruled Shostak initially had the right to be in the Northeast Edmonton home during the December 24, 2007 incident, but lost that right once he handled the vibrator. Testifying in his own defense, Shostak had denied doing any impropriety, but the judge rejected his testimony and said he believed the victim's evidence over his. The woman, who cannot be identified under a publication ban, testified she went into her bedroom after feeling Shostak had been in there too long and discovered him coming out of the master bedroom's closet. She then heard the sound of her vibrator coming from the closet and went in and found it had been turned on. Court heard the woman also found a package on her doorstep the next day, Christmas Day, containing a pair of... I will choose not to read what it contained, even though it's written in Bosi people's language. Well, I just say it contained underwear, that much. I will not explain to you what they wrote here, which articulated the state of the underwear. And a crude note. A date for sentencing hearing is slated to be set on October 29th. So, in a patois language, where we have writers, that brother here is a building inspector going at the woman's house, right? Because building inspector, them can, go around and check your house and see if everything all right. In the woman's bedroom, and the woman must have said, no, sir, how am I doing in this so long? Babs, the woman fly the door and go in. As she fly the door, she said, he might run out of the closet. When he might run out of the closet, the woman hear her vibrator on in the closet. Now, this raises a question. What was Mr. Man doing with the woman's vibrator in the woman's closet? Now, again, so we can't take the thing to a certain level. But let us assume that you adult mind, you know what a vibrator is used for. Okay? Given that you know what a woman uses a vibrator for, and given that there are anatomical body limitations on a man that will disallow him to use the vibrator in the identical way in which a woman uses the vibrator, then we have to assume that the gentleman was using the vibrator in ways that his male body allowed him to. Ew! Yeah. Jamie, that brother I was going there, I said, no, sir. I own a vibrator, you're so pretty, sir. I own a vibrator. No, I have to taste it. I have to taste it. I have to taste it. No, sir. The woman vibrator must say a shot. I said, no, sir. I have to taste the vibrator. But I'm not. I'm going to the closet to taste it. Boop. only time the batch them at work. I must say in there. He was in the closet having a moment. When Michael Manley was alive, he said self-reliance. This man was really taking that concept to another level. Now, we can only assume that the aesthetic properties of the vibrator was of such that the man felt instantaneously compelled to utilize the vibrator. Vibrators are made for cavities. And no many of you are so, you have arrested the word cavity, with teeth. But a cavity is essentially a hole. So when you have a cavity in your teeth, you have a hole in your teeth that has rotted out and it has to be filled. This gentleman was filling a cavity. And given that he's a man, Jesus. Can you imagine a building inspector come inside your house and just defiling a place like that? I hope that woman and I use a vibrator there again, because I want to condemn. The vibrator, they condemn. The one never burn up. No. The one never burn up. No, like. Dirty building inspector. Okay, that was...
Oh my God, do you believe that?
Let me tell you something.
Oh my God, do you believe that?
For Religious Mix-Up today, we will be speaking with Reverend Carla Dunbar for her to extrapolate, for her to elaborate on what exactly is meant. She means when she says sex is a form of worship. Do we have the Reverend with us? Okay, good afternoon, Reverend.
Good afternoon, Reverend. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing quite fine indeed. And let me just say thank you so much on behalf of the Tambourine family for making yourself available to us to help us understand some of these more complicated matters affecting Christians and secular people too, and so forth and things. Sex is worship.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. All is well? In general, all is well?
Yes, definitely.
Wonderful. Okay, let me just keep it simple. Sex is worship. What is meant by that?
Okay, in the right context, of course, I am a pastor, and so sex outside of marriage for me is a no-no.
Right.
I believe that God created us as sensual and sexual beings. And if we are created for a purpose and we do what we are created to do, then we worship God. In the context of marriage, when a married couple performs or have sex or make love, then I consider it to be of good. I consider it to be of worth, and I consider it to be something that we're doing something that God has created us to do, and therefore it is worship. Whatever we are created to do and we do, we worship God.
No, but
dogs are created to bark, and the birds are created to fly, and human beings are created with a wonderful capacity to make love, given the right context of marriage, of course.
But some people will listen to you, Reverend, and say, well, fine, we understand that. If you're married, I have no objection to that. You're married, you have sex, and that's what married people do, and so forth. So some people will listen and say, but don't you think you're stretching it a little too far when you start using the word worship? Because worship for a lot of people, for a lot of Jamaicans, to say it's worship, it just seems to diametrically opposed to what they do when they're actually worshiping and bonding with God. What do they say to those people who say it's a bit of a stretch to use the word worship?
It can't be a bit of a stretch. We pray, we sing. Worship is a lifestyle, right? And we do whatever we do as Christians and people in terms of giving God all the glory and the praise that he so rightly deserves. Now, what can be a more important and inclusive way of giving praise and thanks to God than for a married couple to when they are making love, to understand that this is one of the things that God has created them for. Married people do many other things apart from making love, and certainly in the Christian fraternity, many Christians abstain from this form of worship, and I call it a form, from this for different reasons. You see, we have a problem with sex because we have given sex to the enemy. We have given Satan sex, and so he's telling us Satan is a field day. But it was given to the church and the Christians in the context of marriage. But because of how we see it now, we view it as a distorted thing.
Okay, one second, Reverend. 1 second, because I want to touch that point. But just before we touch that point about the whole notion that the church has given away sex to Satan, but just before we go there, something you said just now, I found it very telling, and I think that we need to emphasize that. You just said that worship is what was the term you used? It's a way of life.
It's a lifestyle.
Worship is a lifestyle, and that is important because some people tend to lock worship just in, oh, I'm about to pray to God now, so I'm worshiping. I'm going to church now, so I'm worshiping. But what you're saying, that worship is actually a process, that if you're a God-fearing person, a Christian, and so forth, that it's a 24/7 exercise, right? Exactly. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Everything that you do as a Christian is supposed to be worship to the God that you are worshiping. And we want to talk about the true and living God. Everything that we do as a Christian ought to be worship.
I see. And that is very important because I think therein lies, the problem for some people because they just think that worship, I'm on sacred ground now. I'm worshiping. I'm in the presence of God now. I'm worshiping. And then once they leave church, they stop worship. Or once they're not praying, they stop worship. And you're saying that worshiping the Lord is a lifestyle. So you're living a lifestyle where you're 24/7 worshiping God. And of course, part of that lifestyle at some point, as a married couple, you will be having sex, and you should see that as a form of worship also.
Exactly. We can't get out of the presence of God. God is omnipresent. He said in Psalm 139, where can I go from your presence, or where can I flee from it? So we can't be just worshiping God in the few minutes that we choose to pray, or the few minutes that we choose to congregate as a people. So that is corporate worship. Right, but everything that we do on a daily basis from the rising to the setting is supposed to be worship. We can't get away from God's presence. So you're always in His presence. And if you're always in His presence, then you're always supposed to be worshiping God. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you sing, you pray, you work, you make love.
You walk, you eat your breakfast, you're watching a movie.
Everything.
God is should be in your presence.
Course.
Okay.
And that is why we are supposed to be doing the right things at all time. The godly things, the righteous things at all time.
Okay.
We can't get away from God's presence.
Wonderful. And this is a nice segue now into, because one of the questions I had slated to ask you was, why are so many Jamaican Christians uncomfortable with just even the word sex, and they make just the mention of sex to be something so secular, something so bad, something so shameful that if you're praising and celebrating God, that it's not supposed to be there. And the point you were making just now, you made an interesting statement that the church has given over sex to Satan. Elaborate on that.
The Apostle Paul says, if you walk in the Spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Right? And so many persons see making love or having sex as a fleshy thing. But we are human beings created in the image and likeness of God. And we are made up of body, soul, and spirit. Therefore, sex cannot be just a thing of the flesh. Sex is body, soul, and spirit. Two shall become one in body, soul, and spirit. Right? And when we view sex in that context, we understand the importance that God plays, that God puts on the matter of sex within a marriage. Right? And so because Paul said that, I believe many people in misinterpreting the text, they use that. You understand? Paul remained celibate out of choice. Right, he remained a eunuch for the gospel's sake out of choice.
Okay.
Right, so he didn't get into that. In 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and 7, he speaks to the whole matter of both singles abstaining from, so that does not to get into fornication. And fornication is anything that is sexually immoral. Right, and then he stresses importance on the married people.
Oh, wait, you said fornication is anything that is sexually immoral?
Sexually immoral, right.
Okay.
Right, and he stresses also the importance of married people now engaging in sexual intimacy. Right, he tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and the first 3 or 4 verses that we are not to defraud each other. what the word defraud means, rather. We're not to withhold sex for fulfillment from each other as a married couple. It further stresses if you are going to put that aside. So, for instance, if I'm going to go and fasting for a specific period and I decide to abstain from sex, because I don't always have to abstain from sex for fasting, but if I decide that I'm going to do this, because fasting is denying yourself of something, so you have to deny yourself of that for a particular purpose and time, then he says as soon as you are finished, come back together again and go have sex, go make love.
Oh, wait a second. You you have that type of fasting that go on where you deny yourself sex for a period of time?
Your fasting is denying yourself.
Fasting by definition is denying yourself.
It really yes.
So you can have a sexual fasting if for example, you need to say, I need to be closer to God and I don't want any distraction right now. One can engage in a kind of sexual fasting and say, I'm going to deny myself for a period of time, but then once you finish, you're saying, then you should recommence and just not
That's
keep it up.
Paul says is not me say it. Paul said that in 1 Corinthians chapter 7.
Okay.
That's the Bible, that's scriptural. You understand?
Okay.
So he says that we can fast from many different things. We can abstain from many different things. It depends on what is it that we're abstaining from. It depends on why we see the need to abstain from. We don't get up and go on fasting, the fasting, see. But we abstain. We take ourselves apart and we give ourselves solely unto God or to God for that period of time.
Okay.
Right? And the Bible also says that marriage is honorable and the bed is undefiled. Now, the word bed there is actually a sexual union.
Right.
Right? Being undefiled. That is why
Reverend, let me ask you something right there, because, you said the bed is undefiled, right? And at the same time, you said there exists sexual immorality. Okay. I think, and this is just me, a lay person, observing, and people talk to me all the while, in different roles and so forth. I think there is some confusion out there amongst people of God as to how far they can enjoy their undefiled bed without crossing the line where it starts becoming immorality. Do you kind of understand where I'm getting at?
And I'm understanding you quite clearly. Yes, I'm understanding you quite clearly.
In other words, the sexual repertoire of Jamaicans have expanded considerably. And people are doing, as we're saying at the street, them are do the things them. And I think some Christians don't, when them say the bed is undefiled, that means you can't do anything. And then somebody say, yeah, the bed is undefiled, but you can't do that. Have you ever come upon any of those things?
Yes, and I've been asked the question many a time.
Right.
I believe mutual agreement between the couple is necessary for what pertains to the bedroom. As a pastor and a counselor, it is really not my say to tell my couples how far is too far. That is between them and God, right? But I believe whatever is mutually agreeable between the couple and if their conscience allows them, you understand, then that is how far they should and ought to go. As you read in the paper, I speak to sexual diversity in terms of positions. Some persons believe that certain positions are immoral. No,
Reverend, 1 second. I mentioned it on this radio. I say that you have minister pastors who espouse that certain sexual positions are ungodly, and that is one of the most shocking, ludicrous thing I ever hear. As if God care which position we're having sex in. What you have to say about that? Say what you have to say about that.
I am saying that is, as you just said, ludicrous.
Right.
What determines if something is immoral or not? It cannot be the position of the person, whether you are going to be doing, in a Jamaican parlance, brother, backshot, lizard lap, picture frame, whatever it is.
Picture frame, I never hear about that one. Reverend, I never hear about that one. Picture frame, I never hear about cup and salsa, backers, whatever the position, lizard laps, slide and wine, catch and quint,
that is okay between you and your partner. I do not believe that God has a problem. I have often said, and I have not read it anywhere in scripture, but I believe that Adam and Eve enjoyed a good sexual relationship in the Garden of Eden. So they were not confined to a bed. right? And I believe that
yeah.
positions that we have clearly come up with are not just from now. I believe it can come up from a long, long time. And I'm saying God does not have a problem with that kind of a diversity of sexual positions between a man and a woman, because we are here to explore. God has given us mind and intellect and knowledge, and it is
not only does God not have a problem with it. I think it is insulting to God to think that God going to pay attention to them look a foolishness.
I believe, and I've often said, and I believe I've said it on Radio Talk, I believe that myself and my husband are making wonderful, sweet, and delicious love.
Right.
That God is actually smiling.
That is.
I believe that when he sees that
Tambourine!
he has created us to do.
I don't want to remind people. No. We want to remind people you're a happily married woman for 28 years now, and you do not believe in sex outside of marriage and anything like. We want to remind people of that. Okay.
No.
So you say when you and your husband, who you married for 28 years, I do the things about now, do different position and I enjoy it and whatever. You think God is looking at you and saying, there goes my children doing, enjoying life to the fullest. That is what I want them to do.
Exactly. I believe that he is pleased that we are doing it. Because of the men are in the right context, and nobody's mad at me a thief or anything. It is my husband that God has joined me together with. No, I would be defrauding my husband.
Right.
If my husband decide that tonight we're going to hold a lizard lap and I say, no, I can't do that because God is seeing. God is seeing everything. God is in the bedroom. God is seeing what is happening.
Glory. But
Yeah.
just before we go, Reverend Dunbar, tell me now, overall though, do you think that overall, I find that there's a great irony in Jamaica. I was talking to a group of people today, in academia they have this whole thing about determinism, that power, political determinism, or they have economic determinism, that, each thing, one concept defines everything else. But,
we're off because we have shied away from the teaching. I believe because we are uncomfortable ourselves. God would not give over an entire book of Songs of Solomon, which I've said before that I believe is literal and both allegorical and literal. But he has given that over to our sensuality. God created us.
And that is laced with themes of sexuality, full of sex things.
Sexual being. God created us like that, and God wants us to enjoy and embrace our sexuality because it depicts him. It depicts who he is and who he created.
But final question, we're running out of time. But some people say, but you don't know we have a problem with the picnic. Them a dash it out all about, and look what they get them a do on the school bus and all them thing there and whatever. So we don't need a more public discussion about sex and Ragashanti program too damn disgusting with the sort out, and we don't need no more of that because we have to save the children. What you say to that?
I say God says my people suffer because of lack of knowledge, and if we are not careful, we have to teach the children. If we don't teach them what are the rights and the wrong, we have their expertise and they are going to go out there and explore. I believe if we teach them what sex is, the beautiful thing that it is, that they must embrace their sexuality and wait for the right time when God has given them a partner so that they can have sex within that context of marriage. I believe if with all the teaching from the people, then the people are going to suffer. They're going to fall into all sorts of sexual immorality. So we need to open up the Bible.
In other words,
open up the Bible and teach the children them and teach Jamaica what God has to say about this subject, because it's in the Bible and it's to teach.
Thank you, Reverend Dunbar, because at the end of the day, you can never effectively manage a phenomenon unless you understand it. Unless you first understand it. Thank you so much, Reverend Carla Dunbar. Thank you so much. I am quite aware that you are in the minority for some of your ideas and thing, and you must be getting some little lashing there and thing and whatever. But you appeared, very strong and so forth. And and I implore you to continue to hold on to your thing and to live your decent, respectable life and not fear your sexuality in any way. Reverend Carla Dunbar, thank you so much for sharing with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me, and may God be praised.
Bless you. Okay, people, that was Religious Mix-Up, and again, we want to thank the Reverend Carla Dunbar, pastor of the Portland-based Buff Bay and Orange Bay Church of God of Prophecy churches. Again, her name is Reverend Carla Dunbar. She's a pastor of the Portland-based Buff Bay and Orange Bay Church of God of Prophecy churches. She shed some light to us on the religious mix-up associated with how people should view sex as Christian. Okay, people, we're going to roll to the phone line right now. I know so we're on Obeah mix-up or any other mix-up. Obeah mix-up or any other mix-up. Just call in and give it a good Obeah drama them and the different things. You see me? You see me? All right? Or any other mix-up on have a sample. Mama, hey, Mama, you know say you're low, but take your number, I call it till a week.
I never raise and the razor not work right. I just broke it in a two, come the line and get
Oh, yes. You just broke it in that two kind of line, not to give you a problem.
No.
Them Mama, if you left your number with them, man.
Left it already.
Okay, yeah. So what going on, baby?
I'm not there.
Everything good?
Long time. You have to make it good, you know.
See it there.
If it's not good.
So what going on here?
Never piece of mix up. What if I mix up all about myself?
Box me with it, Mama. Mama, box me with it.
Look at me have this man.
Yeah.
After me left a little one day, you know.
Yeah.
Reggae, me go to the road and say me go start out with man. He might call all the man phone.
Yeah.
All when me asleep at night, I have my phone and me do like me asleep. Reggae, the boy wake up and I search my phone for searching it.
In jealous bud.
Boy, Reggae, me know what he said to that boy. They upset or Duppy upon him or something. I don't know what to do about him again. I'm fed up of him. I'm tired of him now. I'm tired of him. So what for things that we can't talk on the ear, may I tell you?
Well, don't nobody talk the one them we can't talk. Just tell me the one them we can't. Tell me the one them where you can't talk. Don't tell me the one them where you can't talk on the ear. Tell me the one them.
I'm sitting. What if I mix up on?
So where am I going with? Him ever step to any other man them here?
Brother, him not step to the man, you got to talk up your things. And I call all the youth phone and I tell the youth all kind of story.
So between me and your mama, you and the youth in that things?
Well, you know, say, as you don't tell you already, tell me now, Lego.
Well, you know, oh, the other youth there.
But yeah, me tell him already, me tell him I find already, say, me have him and me love him and me now go Lego off him, say, if you can work with it, and him say, yes. Well, so, like the sugar water mix too sweet. When him get it.
When you say chopper, it look, Mama, he said the sugar water mix too sweet.
Mix too sweet.
See it there?
When him get it, he want hold on and Lego.
You see it, because it's good, so no.
I tell you.
Because you know if you do your thing, you know, I know that, you know.
You know if you dash it out long time, because I tell you if you're slim and chim and not to go to the gym.
Pipe.
We not have to drink a slim fast.
Them for no. You see it. So why the mix up going on? Hold on a moment. We could take a break.
Friend.
No, hold on. We could take a break and we'll come back and tell we here. Don't move.
All right, now move.
Yeah, man. Back up in the sitting and I don't know. Say, I mix up and blend. I was saying we have one of our family members. So, you know, Mama in the building. So, Mama, what you did I say about one of your friends, you know?
Yes, we have a friend now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you. She have a friend who is not my friend. I'm a matey.
Yeah.
All right. She have a man that jail. Every day the girl follow the girl go look for her baby father rag over her eyes. The girl don't know say she had take her baby father. She end up and take the baby father till she get breed for the man now, Raga.
Hold on. But what the baby father there?
The baby father there?
Yeah.
The baby father that jail.
They are jail?
Youngster man.
What? So him did the jail?
Swagger man, the man swagger.
So him did the jail?
Yeah.
So after him come and she used to work with the
baby mother.
Go look for him when him there jail. Yes,
and he wear them song a night time and them jam with them play sing and them play track yard. Pretty girl and know say she take her man.
So after the baby father so after the baby father come out of jail now, the friend I take him. Yeah, okay, go on.
Yes, the friend I take the man.
Yeah.
So she end up telling start to tell baby make you know and she pregnant.
Yeah.
Now she pregnant, she tell the boy say. The boy not fit talk to him baby mother nor the baby. In the road that time, she don't know what the man start out her sister and her cousin at the time.
Well,
the sister.
Well, on. So wait. So the friend now, after she breed for him, she I tell him say him no talk to fear other friend who did already there with the youth. Fear who are the baby mother for the youth. But she no know say.
Baby mother before.
But she no know say the youth are sort out fear her sister to and fear her cousin.
And the cousin.
This are the one we take. The one we take with the man. The one we thief the man now. The friend we thief the man.
Man thief.
The sort out the man thief sister and the man thief cousin.
Yes, and breed the sister and the sister dash it where he met the man that he met the girl that had the baby.
Oh, for real?
The cousin now have the baby.
Yeah.
And give it to a different man.
Well on, so the cousin breed so him breed the man thief sister and breed the man thief cousin.
Thief cousin, yes.
So him breed the three of them.
Yes, and the cousin have the baby.
And the cousin have the baby.
Dash a film one. The cousin have the baby and give it to a different man.
And
the man have no boy pitney.
Okay.
Now the man gone back to the first baby mother and not even look on the man thief. Kosa now tell her so she go clean up her yard, cause drunk or soon send telegram come get her to clean up her dirty yard. Raga if you see the girl heart. When you look on her bed like a hammock when she asleep in her.
Why is the drunk or soon send telegram go her yard?
Telegram come tell her to clean up her yard.
Tambourine!
Raga everything went through one place na the yard. Tin mackerel pan all kind of pan if you ever saw the girl heart. She had the artist girl up on the hill where she live.
When you say art, what you mean?
She stay good and she put on her clothes. She look good. Me not tell her like she me matey. She look good.
Okay.
Look good.
So, and are you matey too?
Yes. Because she listen to part she take me man, you know. And 5, me and the boy left and she breed have one baby for the boy. And me and the boy pull up. You know, 5 years after me and the boy left, she have a white man. And when them have on a blouse, the boyfriend is out of town. And I see the white man say, boyfriend is out of town for real. And I say, yes, I'm going about the business. I'm not pay that no mind. One next time again, me have on the same blouse and see the man again. I say, boyfriend is out of town for real. And I say, yes, I'm still going to see it. So when you know, I'm on the gate, and I see the man come out. And I tap on his phone.
Yeah.
Still that me get turn up. Look, when he done tap on his phone, he say, hi baby, you need something to drink. I say, yes, I need a cola and he bring 2 Heineken and he say himself. You burn marijuana, I say yes, and he go and get to give me 2 bags of ganja. And me and him sit down and smoke and we are reason did the attack and
well, this are the white man?
Yes. And me and him did the attack. So yeah, me with me teeth himself now and he don't talk. You can buy me a pack a year. You ask the man if he can buy you a pack a year. Yes, if he can buy me a pack a year, come here look something for teeth. He say yes. Yeah, me in the morning, me follow me to the bank. And I'm going to get some cash and give to you. Rather end up that me and the man attack. We not start out now nothing because I tell the man say. Me really not start out with him because I can't bother with the argument with him. Oh man.
Yeah.
Because I dey on probation.
Yeah.
Alright. We did it. One day me there the yard. Now the man I go up and down. So one day I follow the man got the rock. And I see how my washing clothes. And I say, I wash it for you. I wash out his clothes and him and hang it out. And he say, no worry, and find that. And he say, you can cook some food for me. And I say, yes. And I cook some nice food and give the man raga. Hear him now, I tell that girl to cook me some ackee and saltfish and to cook ackee porridge. All right. People are telling him, say, me and the man are there. And the man are telling him, say, no, me and her are there because me just rate her because she a roots and anything. And she a gangster, so me just rate her. Raga one day, me slung her the man, had no ammo. When me look, me see the girl come to the gate. I really have to keep you up, because I beat a Guinness and I have me look stiff and I go and bun and I swing.
Yeah.
But she come and the man at the house and the man said, no, me and I not really. And she come out rather, me and I start to fight.
What you mean? No, you jump the gun. What you mean? Something
come out with the ammo there and start me and I get a fight.
No, when she come out, what she said to you?
She said to me, say, yeah, there with like she say, yeah, there with Tom. And I said, no, me and Tom, no, me and Tom, my friend. So I said to her, so I can ask her a question, and she says, I said, me and your sister? She said, no. I said, where you call over a man? So don't you take my man, what goes around comes around.
You said, don't she take your man?
Yeah. And I said to her, so what goes around comes around.
And then what she do now?
Me and her get a fight. And And she have one knife and she juke me and he cut me right on my belly. She me up on probation. Me I say to her, I say, my girl, come here have a machete na me and I say to her, I say, my girl, no say me not really live on the fight. Because the judge don't want me already and say, don't make me stay back in front of me till XYZ. If they even have trouble around.
Yeah.
All right. And she cut me and, you know, that police involved in it. And
so weird. So what you do to her in the fight?
Me not do nothing to her, Raga. Me I tell the truth. I don't fight with her. Me I tell you like something hold me and car. Me I tell me go fight, me the on probation, me I go to prison.
Yeah.
I want destiny me if I just take off here with the machete.
Okay. Cause you know say if you fight you go hard. So it's better you not fight. Okay.
Yeah, me not fight, me just no war. Anyway,
Yeah.
police involved and we end up we go to court. When every minute she call her my phone me I do, me I say to her, I say, me not say it to her, me say in my mind say it is a sin face. Make she go to prison, leave her too. Pity them all over when me do no bad no sorry for them kind of weird, you know. Everybody wants me to go to prison when me do nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So me I say still yet me not make she go to prison for you. Because I know she can't manage the prison life.
Yeah.
Alright, me say to her, say give me her money. She give me $7,000. One time I go to court, she have, me don't know where she get the money because she never have some of my money. She have for the white man to come and force to come pay for you and the white man not come now.
Yeah.
Anyway, she give me the money. I take it out and start buy pay clothes with it and come back. Anyway, me and the white man did talk. We still talk all now, she and we know, but we ain't no start out thing again. We are brethren now.
Oh, but nothing ever go on between you and the white man at all?
Yes, but we make one about 3 little start out, but you don't know to a white man and film start out on my style, so I'm not to run down that.
No, so no go on with 3 little thing then. 3 times on a look at
Yeah, alright, you see nice when we fight.
Yeah.
I would never do nothing yet, you know, and nice when we fight now, I'm come back on the station, you know.
Yeah.
Me give him a look of peace.
Yeah.
I mean, I say, look how this girl come fight me. I mean, I start out to that man, so this is me take the man.
Okay, so that night they just decide to go dash it out, give him
Yes,
look.
I take the man, but you, in a right, it's fluxy.
What, him start out fluxy?
Yeah, me not go for fluxy thing, not go for eat too much soft mango, beefy mango. Me not run down them thing there.
You not go for the two, huh? What?
Beefy mango.
You not go for beefy mango? Why?
No, me not like them fluxy things.
Them fluxy?
Yeah, me not go for them fluxy things.
So the start out, nothing not going for the white man start out?
No, no. As you know, you have to go for shake up like a fowl. I work with them things.
Tambourine. So you say, so the...
All of me I look something for teeth, me still work with that.
So the basically him start out pop down then?
Yes, he start out now right, because it think you tell up off my own, you know, to take a Viagra, you know.
Oh, okay, alright, no, but that go... No, not going at them, not going at them details,
yes.
not going at them details.
The engine can't start, so it have a jump start.
Them code there you for use now. That, I saw you for that. Where you say him engine can't start, him engine always have a jump start.
It have a jump start.
Okay. Then
The jump start.
Then them thing they read them man, him in a age, don't him in a age. Eh?
Yeah, my 50.
Okay.
Not really old, just half a century.
Okay, so you say about...
If it was a black man.
Yeah.
All when he's 70.
No, that...
Start off by more.
No, Mama, that's not true, you know. You have man who can start, but they have a whole heap of black men.
That's why we don't feed them, but that's why we drink back juice and soda.
Okay.
That's about the one we drink up like snacker roots and some nice roots.
Okay, them
and
trap...
feed up them body with steamed fish and okra.
See it there? That's
the one I thought I paper plate a road.
Okay,
the one they pop down one.
Them on that partner. So you do a thing with him 3 times then?
3 times, but not ready, so...
Okay.
I look brethren. I'm going to make a friend in the key, give me for your house.
Okay, see, that's it.
But every time the man gonna find a left, when she come back, she breathe for a black man. And the man saying, you have black rat, white rat, pink rat, you have breathe for now.
You see it there, So you want to cool you now then?
No, they really no, but to me not go for them direction, because them never country and me live at all.
So how you go with the youth to breed after the whole life family then? How you go with it?
Boy, me I tell Raga youth, they see Raga back in baby mother, them I say, she has to ask how the baby mother walk up funny, but the baby mother no be funny her. And she a try to walk up and see if you can get the man.
Oh.
The man about baby mother, but you know sometime when you lay yourself careless in a way.
Yeah.
And a man already, you know, say certain man now make certain things past them.
See
as long as they can get it free.
You see it. Them are going to blaze.
Because she bad lucky. Now she walk and tell people in the community how she's sorry.
Okay,
and this man not fear no man because she have to be a mother and a father for that child.
See it there? See it there?
When you want hot man that them get, if they not take a man and sell bag juice, the man is not up to responsibility.
Okay.
But they like the man with swagger.
You see it? Them a run down the likes and them a run down all of the glitter and the glamour.
You want to see her whole house so she living up on one hill. Can juke her out like a bud out her neck.
Yo, mama, you're sample. Me no lie. You're sample.
She style and favor ostrich bird.
She what? She style and favor ostrich bird.
Ostrich bird.
Okay.
I'm like when I pick garlic, you know.
What?
Like when I pick up a little feather with the funny garlic, you know.
Okay. So she long and maga.
Yeah, but when she put on her clothes, she look good.
She look good. Okay.
Yeah, but she need some French and she need a good house.
Okay.
For a hot girl.
For a hot girl, she need furniture.
And she need to get a decent bathroom and stop using scandal back then. And short down the road.
Okay.
No bathroom at them, yeah.
No going on no detail about that, but a scandal bag them have to use.
Yes, a scandal bag them use.
Okay then. But mama boy, it's good to hear from you, but everything alright with you otherwise. Oh.
Long time.
Hey, we talk about you all the while. I'm sure people must tell you.
Listen.
But with
Yeah, me listen most time.
I listen. Alright, now say a word, man, because you don't know so we're real.
Everything bless up. Glad to hear from you and hear you back.
Say it, man, because you ever keep it real, you know, and that's to respect, boy, you know, you understand.
But go and big up yourself.
Yeah, man, I say a word, man, I was glad to say, you know, when it comes to like all...
My baby father again and again, because to them baby mother came go court for more money and she still not get no more. I see my amount, but she usually get as regular the judge say.
Well, on, you big up your baby father because today, him baby mother came go court for get more money.
You have to get more money and she don't get no more. The judge say make it stay as it is.
Okay. So...
But she thinks she don't get more.
Okay, so I'm other baby mother then, you talk about it. How much baby mother am I?
Him have me and she now, we bring her a court.
Me no hear what you say.
Him have me
and
she now, and the baby are just two.
Okay. But you not going to carry him go court?
Carry him go court for Raga, me no need to bring him go court, because me not alone for thief.
Okay.
Time hard, all when them have the time still hard for rich people.
You see?
And a poor alone.
Alright.
All the rich, look at them wait out them things, and them stick and hold them out. Walk with them scandal bag, look like that's your aunt, she not take that.
Alright, that's it up there, mama.
Yeah.
I bless. Yeah, man, protection and strength. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Big up Shaman for the corner, me know them all listen.
Alright.
I seen the whole Franklin town.
It goes so.
Yeah, big up yourself.
Alright, mama, bless up. Mama, man. Long time when I hear from mama, I would have to get her around, make sure reason because I rate things up there like that. Alright, send on a call for me right now. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah, greetings.
Yes, Raga. I'm me and Bigfoot, a foot ice. I'm a car, but you have some mix with him and that plum tree with feather water like post.
Hold on. You come to get a mix up. Careful now. I'll be a mix up, boy.
But the man under the plum tree afraid of water like puss.
The man under the plum tree afraid of water like puss?
Yeah.
Alright, go on talk now.
Mr. Raga, Mr. Pan friends, I'm finna clean the house. And all this time, Raga, I'm going to a toothpaste and a toothbrush in a man house. And a man house come like on the road, Raga. Dirty like on the road and moldy.
So wait, hold on, now which man this now?
What?
Which man this now?
One man with teeth them coming like piano, Raga.
Him teeth them coming like piranha.
Piano. Black and white.
Oh, black and white. Tambourine! What you say is a piano teeth, man, a black and white in him.
Yes, Raga, be black and white.
So wait, hold on. You are the man in that things?
No, Raga.
So, you know them. What the link with the man? Who is this man?
Raga, my friend and the man there.
Your friend and the man there. Okay,
yes,
good.
Raga.
And that we need to know. So your friend there with the piano teeth, man. And, yes, and what you say about him place? Dirty.
Yes, Raga.
What you say? They shall clean the place and you know see what? You know see
toothpaste or toothbrush, Raga. I only this is a toothpick where you use and pick up the black that the man tooth score.
The toothpick? And to what?
Score when you brush rub up and in feet them.
What you mean scour? What is a scour?
You know scour, we scour pot, Raga.
What you attack? Steel wool or Scotch Bright and is it?
Yes, Raga.
Well, a that him use for film teeth them? A that him use for film teeth them?
Yes, Raga.
No, man, I lie on that. No.
Raga, we not tell no lie, Raga.
No, man, I'm a 2010 winner now. I'm mad. I brush him teeth with teeth. No, sir, me can't be. No, sir.
Raga, I choose something.
No, sir. 2010. No, sir.
Raga, if the man can't even buy one bed, Raga, people bed the man asleep and throw your man walk late.
What you mean a people bed him asleep?
A people bed, Raga.
A who bed him asleep?
Somebody dead left the bed and give to them nephew and the nephew give me bed. Because you left him live in a yard, Raga.
So,
and let him move out and give me bed and him capture it.
But what is wrong with that if somebody give you a bed?
What?
What you say, my workless man?
Yes, Raga, because one underpants man all have to Raga.
Oh,
one underpants.
Hold on.
And Master Man can't have one underpants.
Oh, you know it's one underpants, man. Oh, you know that?
And my friend I tell me what I go on. And my friend bring me in the house, Raga, and show away.
All right. What me I say is, what if him is a woofer dog them there?
Yes, Raga?
A woofer dog them there back up, sir.
You dog them?
Yeah, a woofer dog them.
Me neighbor dog.
A neighbor dog them. Then all them are going say, my teeth are coming at your house, you know, look quick. If teeth are coming at your house, dog, them are back. Anyway, what me I say is, why if the brother can't really afford it and him just not have it? I know, why if him, you know?
Raga, my man poor, Raga. That's the way to when a man love one hype. A man afraid of water like a poof.
Oh, well, you say a different thing now. You say, why him is a hype man?
Yes, Raga.
Nah, man, him is a one brief hype man.
Yes, Raga. A man say one underpants man fi have to money talk. How much at least underpants man fi have? And how much a day man fi be? Because if he be July, no be back again, Raga.
No, that I can't true.
Raga, me say I choose.
No, man, no, no.
Raga, me say I choose something I go
Listen to
for
me.
March Pen Road, Black Raga.
March Pen Road for the Spanish town.
Yes, Raga.
Listen to me now. No, what me I said, that cannot. So what him do then from July? What him do? Him tidy? Him wipe up? Him use wipes?
Raga,
What him do?
man lotion him foot and spray up him body and go up on the road. I'll go to clothes the man in. And the man not change clothes, Raga. I tell him because...
Hold on. You and the man get along? You and him get along?
Yeah, Raga. Sometimes I didn't get along.
Okay. What you do? You been telling your friend to left him?
Yeah, me tell my friend to left him, Raga.
Me can't believe say somebody in a beard from July and just
Raga from July man be the man a beard back again the man afraid of water like puss, Raga. I tell her what go on.
Well, I don't know the minimum amount of underwear for a man have, you know.
But man fi have enough, don't Raga.
Yeah, man fi have enough if you can't. But no, but what me I say is the truth is some man based on them situation they cannot afford a lot of underwear. Them just can't afford it.
Raga, underwear cheap, Raga. 900 like a dozen underpants. Cheap.
$900 give a dozen underpants.
Yes, Raga.
Well, $900 Jamaican give a dozen underpants.
Yes, Raga.
Which part you get dozen underpants in $900?
In a store, Raga. Wholesale price.
You serious?
Yes, Raga.
I never know that.
I tell her what go on, man.
Well, when you put it, you know, me kind of buy my one them different. But, yo, $900 dozen underpants, me never know that.
Yeah, Raga.
No, sir, but there's a dozen underpants as you put them on one time and supposed to tear off for you, man. Like $900 for dozen underpants.
Yeah, Raga, now one he have.
And I want him.
One he have, Raga.
But even if him can't afford it and I want him have no one underpants, boy, must be hype. You can't.
Man, happy, so still.
Well, them say you must have confidence no matter what. Him probably read that somewhere, so big respect to him. All right. All right. But anyway, respect, blessings. And you say a March Pen Road over Spanish Town. I link this thing.
A million footer hype, a.k.a. Big Foot Raga.
Okay. But yeah, footer hype is a selector.
Yeah, well, me a selector, me a baller.
You're the baller.
Yes, Raga.
Okay, all right. That's the word. You see, you sound gangster. You know, that's the word. Man.
Yeah, Raga. Just big up a man and then the plum tree. Be a plum leaf.
All right, then. Bless up. Yeah, big up all of my Spanish town, linky, the marchman run not say a flipping word. Large up, sin. Arise the park, large up. Homestead, you don't know the thing going on. Madras. Anyway, you're there large up because you don't know so your thing set different. In De La Vega, Rivale, Ellerslie and Tarspen, St. John's, and Fraser's content, Miss Telma ends them large up on herself. Ever the park and all them ends them boom bang sitting. Yeah, all our road and I know the thing said. Raga rate to the max. Here we go to the phone lines. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, Raga.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time listener, but first time caller.
See it there.
My friend, I called you, I have this friend, she called me yesterday and I hope you mix up, so I have to call you and tell you about it.
Box me and I'm nastiness with it. Yeah, how you going?
Alright, she work with her auntie deliver England and she come down. So she work with her auntie.
Yeah.
Her auntie sick. So she believes her husband do her so.
She believes her husband, when you say do her, make her sick?
Yeah.
Obeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they live together, you know. In the same house.
Yeah.
So she tell her niece, tell my friend, say she want her to go, Obeah man go find out what go on.
So she want her to go on Obeah man to go find out about the Obeah what she think upon her.
Yeah, what her husband do. So the niece go, but she not going away. The niece go like say she go, but she not go. So
when the niece go, she did carry the auntie?
No, because the auntie sick.
Oh, the auntie sick. Okay, go on.
So she go, when she come back now, she tell the auntie, say, the man say, the husband do it, but not the husband alone, the husband and some of my friend do it.
Oh,
And it will cost her 15 grand for the bath.
For take off the Obeah?
Yeah. So, he said, yeah, he said, boy, we don't get the money. He said, no, the Obeah man said we take 12. So the woman give her the money, you know. But the woman, she not go to she now go the Obeah man to do the bath, you know. She go make the niece go and tell her what to do, and then the niece come do it.
Yeah.
My friend said, no, she go and she said she buy some Kangle. She buy blue. Buy some lime.
Kangle, blue and lime.
Yeah, and she buy some olive oil and some other things she put in the thing.
Yes, man, in her bath.
Yes. She know do the house like her to the husband there, she carry her fear house because she live with her, but like every 2 weeks she go home. She carry out the man and she
so
say,
Anna, no, she not going to know Obeah man. She just
no,
tell the
she
woman.
not go nowhere at all.
Yeah.
And she said she carry up her fear house, man, and she said she warm up her water, get her lime and then something in and put in the water and carry her in and down for bath. And she said she all read Psalms, you know.
Yeah.
So when she read Psalms, her auntie all get in her spirit.
Sure. The auntie will believe you.
Yes.
The Obeah, her husband Obeah.
Yeah.
Shalom Combo.
So she in the room, she rub her and she said, rub the back.
She said what?
Rub the back.
Rub the back.
I feel the pain, yeah.
Which part the pain there? Which part she think the Obeah there?
Yeah.
So she said, rub the back, child. I get in that spirit with it now.
She read the Bible.
Sure.
And she said, she tell her she not for bed until 3 days.
Sure, yeah, man. Because they love do that, you know. Tell us, you know, for being for several days, yeah.
She get the 15 grand for her. So she give her mother her money out there.
Money out
Yeah,
there.
she said the mother, her sister, you know.
Yeah, can out her class,
Yeah.
yes.
And she said she work with her, something wrong with her phone, and she asked her for 2 grand to make up, to fix the phone, and she not give her.
So she asked her for 2 grand to fix the food and she not give her.
Yeah,
but she give her about $16,000 for go to Obeah.
Yeah.
Serve her right.
She said she could go away again, you know, so she say, anytime she could go up now,
yeah.
I got tell her, said the Obeah man said she need her next bath, she can't go up, so she said she want her next 15 grand off her.
Yeah, man. Tell her for go 20 this time.
All
right, take care of her.
All right, then, cool.
Yo. Yeah. Wait. Yo, I tell her them a sample, you know. Member. Okay. To the phone line, we're going to give you a next caller. Hello.
You got 5 minutes already. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Look for me up on the line.
So, me care. They ain't come on now. Where you want and where you going to cost me?
Okay.
I want me. Is what happen? I drive out to the car. She sound like her mouth saucy, you know. Drive out. That's why I credit done. At least she get in and look at one course, you know. Yeah, I drive out now and then she talk up so sitting and done me, you know. Here we go. I see this. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Hi, Uncle Raga.
Well, are you the command a while ago and I trace me?
sister.
Your sister? Oh.
Yeah.
So I go down.
Tell you some credit done, come here, talk me and wait all long. Tell it. Hello?
Yeah.
Look how long me and wait, my credit all done, and I was send me back my credit.
My girl, hot girl credit not done. I chew your pop down. I want to go and for you.
$100 me the have on from my phone and it run off.
Osh. I saw it go.
You know, my sister want to talk to me, so I have a mix-up figure. One Obeah mix-up, but one woman will live next door with.
Box me with it, you know, but don't tell me where you live, though.
Uncle Raga.
Yeah.
Me say me have one neighbor there. Anytime you see when the first station.
Yeah, over the yard, yeah.
Yeah, every time me turn on my radio and put and turn you up, she turn up her radio and get that spirit. She don't want to hear you.
She don't want to hear me?
No, I talk about Duppy in the yard and Duppy in the lane.
But hold on, the Duppy in the yard and the lane never have nothing to do with me. And that she did that say?
No, she see me and lift it and me always laugh and a go along. She said Duppy in the lane, but she don't want to hear you. Yeah, because she have her daughter-in-law listen it and she cuss her daughter-in-law run her out.
Okay, because she has a Ragashanti is not good. It's not a good thing to listen to. But she's entitled to her opinion. We can't. But Obeah come in and mix now?
She didn't know, but she have to say everybody in her lane and Obeah walk in her lane and a bunch younger.
Okay.
All of them sitting there.
But may I ask you, people in her lane are born Obeah for you? I work Obeah for you?
No, sir. One little lane. First, you around 7 people here, but a bad man I kill them.
All right. Don't tell me where they're there. Just tell me the area.
Bagwalk.
Now say a word, yeah? All right. Yeah, man. Bless up here.
Yeah, I will love you. I will miss you when you come back. Yeah.
All right. Now say a word with there. Put us me there for you.
Holy faith and know, say, we say Raga to the world.
Long time. And you don't know, say Raga love all of the members of the Tambourine family to a rate things to say for the whole hour. Big up the ladies them indeed and thing. And big up all of the thugs them where we understand the thing and not feel now we and listen to the show. Big up all of the gangsters them and the big man them out there and the thugs them out there we listen to the show. Rate things to honor to. And big up all of my good so woman them. Yeah. Okay, we're going to a small break right here now. We'll soon juggle back. Boom. Hello? Yes, greetings.
Hello, good afternoon, Ada.
Yeah.
Long time listener, but first time caller.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a little mix up with you. But a friend will take a friend, man, okay?
All right, talk up.
Yeah, there was this girl.
Yeah.
She have a baby father and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And in begging friend a call. When you take him to have baby,
yeah.
You have to call your man. The girl not do nothing more than when the girl reach a hospital. Call the man and start tell the man when the things one of me baby and this and that. After that, no, you know, the girl.
Hold on, is when she taking for have baby at that time she beg her friend a call.
Yeah.
And then when she gone to hospital for have baby, at that time her friend call the man and I tell the man all them things.
Yeah, one of them baby and this and that. It told them also like, you know, from one house but different room. And into then I tell man, but anyway, him and his friend, man, get together now and start out and so. After that.
Well on. The baby father end up a start out the friend?
Yeah.
Papa Jesus. Well on, how quick them did start out though?
Maybe a month after.
Oh, a month after, okay.
Yeah, and she did a job out for the girl and I go on the most way and all these.
Who a job out for the girl, the friend now a job out for the baby mother now?
Yeah.
So wait, so that means that them wasn't a friend anymore now?
No, he begs for the girl. He never give girl a chance to beg to her, you know. She begs first.
She begs first, okay. See, because by this time the girl knows that she'll take her man?
Yeah.
So she by this time knows her one-time friend I take her baby father now?
Yeah, man, no, I don't hear.
And this is 1 month after. Shall be baby. Go and talk, yeah.
That is 1 month good. Yeah, anyway, I did and start take the man and all of them something there. And after that, all she get a 2 pitney and nothing back at it.
All who get a 2 pitney? Who get 2 pitney?
The girl will take the girl, man.
Wait, him breach she 2 times?
Yeah.
But wait, him did... But of course him did there with that one before and after you for she with the first girl, right? The first friend.
Yeah.
And then the one we take with the man from him, she end up have 2 youth for him?
Yeah.
So who him there with now?
None of them.
You know there with none of them now?
No. You see the first baby mother?
Yeah.
Pick the travel and all of them something because the man work at IrieJam like. I know when I see him.
What you mean, Ear Jamaica like? Him work at Ear Jamaica?
Yeah, work on plane.
Okay, work. Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
And the first...
That the pitney there, first their mother pitney.
Yeah.
Travel and go prep school and sit and you seen them and suffer now.
And then the other one with the other two pitney with the man teeth, what happened to fear pitney there?
I suffer and never travel.
Oh, so man teeth pitney them not travel?
Mm-hmm.
So, wait, him not own man teeth pitney them?
No.
Him not own them?
No.
So, Anna must inbreed her then?
But pitney her name still.
Well, she get the pitney them him name, don't it?
Yeah.
You ever see the pitney them?
Yeah.
Them favor him?
No.
No, okay. Then I could have jacket him get, man. She could have West cut up him, what's it not to, or whatever. Because she done kill this already, so you never know what she did there, fling it out. You understand?
Unfair game player twice.
See it there? All right, let's see a word here.
Okay.
Manna. Okay. Here we go. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, greetings.
Greetings, Raga.
Whoa.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Go, so. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Me have a Obeah Mixup, I'll do my credit soon run out.
All right. Well, on there. Go and talk.
One time a man devil, you know.
Yeah. I hear that? John what route? You don't have him number. I'm going to tell you to take him number, you know, since him wait so long, you know. All right. All right, boss, if you can shout back and we'll see what is what. Here. Give me a next call. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, greetings.
Greetings, Raga.
Whoa.
Well, I got a Obeah Mixup to give you.
Send on.
All right. I know this Obeah man is my local friend. So this Obeah man now, he got all the mangoes and yard, he just call him and them come to him and something. So when I got him and yard, running door and running house full of wasps. So if a 4 on go, a 4 was just fly off the honeycomb and fly around. So first thing he tell us, kill them.
Him tell you don't kill the wasp them?
Yeah, don't kill them. So one morning now, I see him come around with his face tie up. I tell me for dressing. So I say, what happened to your face, man? So I tell me, say, stick fly in his face and lick him.
What fly in his face? What fly in his face?
He might chop a stick and the stick fly in his face and lick him. But guess what? I watch them fly off and bite up the whole of his face and swell you up, man.
The Obeah man face?
Yeah, mash up the whole of his face.
Then how that happened, you know? When that happened to him?
About a year now.
Oh, okay. So, but I know why you feel now you're still in about no drama no there, so no excitement no there, so.
Alright, sir.
No, you tell me say it's a Obeah mix-up and thing. It's not a Obeah mix-up. It's a wasp bite, man. Two wasp thing and get and then watch it, not and thing. But wasp thing people every day, you know?
Yeah.
You understand? Want to say a word still, here?
Alright.
Bless up, go. Hey, when you get them mix up there and them reach a point and say, yeah, and what's sting him up, you know? And we but always I wait for more. And I'm saying, no, I eat that. I'm getting what's sting, you know? Good afternoon, hello.
Hello, Raga.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm a son.
Mm-hmm.
This is Fishy.
This is who?
Fishy, we call Friday.
All right, Fishy.
Yeah, man, with the Matey business.
Yeah, Fishy, yeah.
Yeah. One time when you live a Walton Park.
Can I just tell you something? Can I just tell you something? You sound fishy. Corny joke.
Remember when me tell
geek joke. Anyway, go and talk. One time when what?
Yeah, one time when you live a Walton Park Road.
Yeah.
But now I live on Portmore.
Yeah.
I'm a dear. We're broke, you know, nothing now going through it. Then time my cousin now work now nothing.
Right.
And we see one woman say she'll look for this man if you read her up. If me know about this reader man up that man. I'm going to tell her yes. You know?
Yeah.
Make sure that I live upstairs at the house. And my cousin up there laid down. And I run up and tell him. And then just take one white towel we have and wrap him made. And then him said, bring her come. And she go up there. And I say him, the boy tell the woman some thing. And send me go draw Sorosy off of the wall, you know, because Sorosy used to run upon the fence.
Yeah.
And so I put her in the bush when I see in there and put her on pot on fire. And start read the woman like hell, you know, when I have to bite my tongue for no laugh, you know. Raga, and that, She pay my everything and go away. You see the next Friday?
Yeah.
The woman come back and bring 2 women. We said, Jesus Christ, what is 9 man yard? Tenement yard, you know. Him said, Delis, I'm going to call him name. Him said, no, anywhere in there, Canada now. Him said, no, worry yourself, man, my cousin, no, worry yourself. And the boy run the so-called bath pan the other 2 women and rub them up with the aisle, a cooking aisle, you know.
And trick them.
The woman go in her breast. At that time, me dead in her kitchen, come here to hold my mouth. The money bag, tie on pan the brazier strap.
What, the woman?
Yes, the country woman, them.
What is it? The woman?
I used to call them string bag, the money bag. And the woman just reel out the money. You can see them, the money, they fall up long time, you know. Me say, the next week, when him they read them this time, him tell them, say, if you bring fowl. And a 3 fowl, you know. This Sunday, we put on a pot there and strip the fowl them and cook them. But the fowl them did tough. We have to put nail in them. People, especially country people, they love a hobby as only God.
Well, and for those of you listening abroad and elsewhere, I right here in Jamaica and don't know what's going on now. It is the practice of many Jamaicans that when they want to serve for meat, this is not an endorsement from neither Ragashanti Live or Nationwide News Network for you to engage in these practices. In fact, we will strongly discourage it. But I will heap a Jamaican firmly convinced that if you put a nail in a pot where you cook a rusty nail, if the meat a go and stubborn and go like say it was stay like it a rubber, and you chew a rusty nail in there, that was soft for the meat. I don't know how true it is. So you said the fowl when they bring us on tough fowl.
But it's nice.
They're nice, okay.
Nice. Them the fowl have glamity.
Yeah, because you don't know. You see some of them country fowl when they make water, no fish to them walk up and down about the plate up the hill. Yeah, and it could not trash. Yeah, it coming like them go gymnasium and work out, you know, them strong, them firm, them tone.
The meat tastes 10 times better than them a fowl, and when 3 months the fowl big like. Not even 3 months, 6 weeks.
Some force ride fowl them, no?
Yes, man, so we sell our hobby at the day, see?
Yeah, you sell Obeah?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you know, see, enough people get tricked with the Obeah thing,
Let me tell you, see, next time, me fight the lady and tell him, so she'll come, him say, he tell her something there this time.
Okay, you see, that's smart, man.
Yeah.
Him no OD.
No, man.
Because you know, say, you have no people.
More people, you know, because them good.
No, but him smart.
You cut your language, me remember him, you know, sometimes he dead with laugh.
No, him smart.
Some used to say, Garma cut you, no. Don't know how far.
What you say, him say, Garma cut you, no. Garma come to that man. Anyway, our blessings here.
Yeah, man, one love.
Yeah, to the world.
Good.
Jeremy, Garma come to I was done, you know. Put your name in a cucumber, put it in a freezer. As I put it in there, just rest me and put it and I say, Garma come to and fix your business for you. You understand? Obeah Mixup, send on. Good afternoon, hello. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello?
Whoa.
Oh.
Voila.
Mix up my call for you.
No, voila. Yeah, I'm on a radio where you listen.
At the next door neighbor, I tell them, turn it on, I say them want you mix up.
No, when you can't then hear because we out for cut you off. No, the man that cut you off a while ago.
Alright, I'm going to make them cut.
Because listen, you are listening, make you delay a while ago. Hello?
Yeah, hear now?
Yeah, you see me just talk to you now about it. Cool up the show. What channel?
Well.
Turn it down nice, let's see off.
Oh, see, there she get cut off. Oh, next call. Hello, sorry, she get cut off. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Will you be Raga?
Yes, Miss Thelma, how are you?
You belong to my heart, no one forever.
Yes, your mouth sweet.
You mean?
Eh?
Good evening, and good evening to Sister Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then your mouth so sweet to them, Miss Thelma.
I will not talk with you with that bitter mouth.
Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Well, you said no single Bible mouth around here.
Yes, I appreciate your I appreciate All the while you're gone, you know.
Okay, Miss Thelma.
So I don't want to let you down, you know.
Okay, Miss
I will always have to hold up the arms of you, you know.
Okay, Miss Thelma.
Yes, as you were talking about bathing, you see?
Yes.
When I was young and living in the country in St. Anne's, you know.
Uh-huh.
I know a young guy, a brown-skinned guy. And he would never bathe. You know, he go around the town all the while, you know, this little odd thing and thing, you know, but he would never bathe. So one day, some boys make up and say, you know, when the boy go catch Hilliard, then call him Hilliard when dead long time now, you know.
Okay.
And say, you know, make up and catch Hilliard and come go see, go bathe him. Come go on river, go bathe him. So one day when he come round the town, then just grab him, you know, and trim down one van.
Yes.
And trim go the river, go bathe him.
Yes.
Give him a good bath.
Hold on, Miss Thelma. Are you telling me that is the man them who grab him and go bathe him?
Yeah.
The man them?
Yes.
The man them can grab him and go bathe him?
You don't know, when you have your young boys in the town, you're like the boys without the pan the street, you know?
No, me know, but you're saying it's the man them grab him and go bathe him?
Yes.
Okay. You sure it wasn't the woman them who bathe him?
No, man.
And the man them who bathe him?
Something true story, me tell you, know.
Okay, Miss Thelma.
Yes, can give him a good bath, you know?
Yes, Miss Thelma.
And after I come home, in that same time, you know?
You serious, Miss Thelma?
The boy, you know, the place of a board, you know?
Okay.
So, but saying this around the town, you know, everybody use him, work him out of food, you know?
And then whole him and carry him go beard him, because them said, no man, this too bad, man, because look how long him not beard. And then beard him and when they carry him back, as then carry him back after he done beard, he just drop down dead.
Exactly. Something is a true story. I don't tell lie, you know.
Okay, Miss Thelma. No, man, Miss Thelma, I believe you, man. You're a big man, you know, Miss Thelma. You're going to be 85 December come, so.
No, I'll be 86.
Are 86?
Yep.
Miss Thelma, my age, you know, me with your age, you know.
A big man like you, a big professor man like you, count them 1924 to know how many years you get.
Well, 86. Somewhere around there. Yes, 86.
You can hard. I'm going to teach you the hard, you know.
Okay. No, Miss Thelma, in December come here 86. Yep. Right? So you say you not tell lie.
No, madam, tell lie.
No, me believe him. No, me believe you. So what you think? So wait, I just a shock of the beard just kill him, so?
Yes, after the beard, after him, but beard and come a few hours just drop paint and dead.
The man used to not bearding, you know, and them go beard the man and make the man drop down dead.
Yes. Man dead man.
Oh, Jesus.
I was about 14 years of age that time.
Okay.
And the man dead man.
All right, Miss Thelma, them have to go break and know one thing. But thanks for that one here.
Yes, sir.
And you take care over there in Fraser's content.
I'm big up Sister Peggy, all me good. Santa Court called me yesterday, you know.
Okay, Santa Court, yes.
Big up Santa Court.
And big up Big Bird.
I'm Big Bird, me can't live with Big Bird. I'm loving Brass Carver.
And you, Brass Carver?
Yep.
That don't tell us you must stop big up that man there when you call me.
He was the first.
No, I don't care, but me.
No, me must care, man. You must care.
No, but what you mean more show respect to him? Then you can't have me on the side and I say me more show respect to him.
Have a good evening.
All right, Miss Thelma, you take care, yeah. We're going to roll over here. Yo, big up the piano teeth, man. Big up the piano teeth, man. Well, my car, I saw a man teeth coming like piano, black and white. So forward. To the phone lines, go. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, my call for you about the mix-up at Mother Hospital and to the Matey and the Wifey.
Oh, yeah, rinse.
Baby father come to look for baby mother hospital and baby things. All of a sudden, Wifey, I don't know who she feel like come upstairs with her bright self. Maybe like us a woman go call the nurse and ask the nurse to move her, she nah move.
Hold on. Who have the baby? The Matey?
No.
Who?
She and the man used to there before, and them left.
Okay, the woman who have the baby, hold on. The woman who have, you have to make me understand the mix. The woman who have the baby, she and the man did there before and them left. And then what happened?
Then him find next woman.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So but them still do them things still. So she come at the hospital and follow the man.
Him find a next woman and there with that woman there, but him and the woman when they there with before, they still a palm, and then she end up get pregnant. And then she have the picnic now. So him go there look for that one there now, and the one where him go there with after him they left, she come at the hospital now.
Yes,
and then
him come at the hospital.
Father him come, and then what happened?
Stand up at the girl bedside. So the girl go call the nurse. She go call the nurse, so she not move. Because she have fiancé. So my girl just give her fiancé. My girl beat her from upstairs the antenatal while I go downstairs. And when the mole happen, she just take the elevator and go down there. One piece of beating all the man around. I'm fool.
Hold on. The one who just have the baby mother beat the one who come in there?
Yeah, beat her with the belly. And me for tell you.
Beat her wicked.
Beat her wicked. So the policeman bring him come to hospital and she get beaten.
What you say? What? Say that?
Him up.
Big up the what? The police?
The policeman.
Okay, the brother is a policeman.
Yeah.
So hold on. When you say beat her up, what you think? Hold on, man. You mean like punch and all and something?
You know, you must say
I'll kick with, and she just have baby.
She not have no baby yet. The baby had just 7 months and something in her belly, big belly.
Oh,
yeah,
so she did just hold on. So she did just go hospital because some kind of complication they did it.
Yeah.
So tell me, all right. Say she breed for the man and whatever and all him something, and the man come and look for her. With all due respect, even if she vex about it, when the other woman come stand up beside the bed, they find
no, because she have her money, feel like her money can't feel like my friend for her money.
She should have taken it.
She feel like she want to show ownership of man. And she don't know, so once the man emotional left home, it done this so.
Once the man what?
Once him emotionally left him yard, it done this so nothing can go on for the relationship. If him out there some outer road, and this so everything like.
So yeah, so him out there.
Money, him out. Mother collect it.
So when she work the money, the baby mother collect it?
Of course.
Oh, see?
The baby mother alone go up on the etap, Raga.
Well, baby mother alone go up on the etap. The baby mother give him the style.
Yeah, alone give him the jigger, Raga.
I give him the jigger and all them things. So the baby mother good like that.
Yes,
so when you said her belly was like 7 months and sitting now.
It just happened Thursday night, me I tell you about.
Fresh mix up, man.
Fresh something.
So when you say she beat her from the bed going on, from where? From which? From near
antenatal ward. Downstairs.
Go downstairs. How much stairs that? How much floor? No, about 2 floor.
I can't call it. About 2 floor.
About 2?
Yeah, about 2 floor.
Yeah.
And she beat her from antenatal, go out that door in front of us and go downstairs. And when they hold on for her, she just go downstairs again and just stun her.
Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. No, you skip some look apart, you know. So she beat her, go downstairs. So how she get back upstairs?
No, you know, me say she beat her from out of antenatal. Can you come out of antenatal?
Yeah.
And as I come out of antenatal, I reach a postnatal. She beat her from there, so. And when she beat her from there, so she beat her go straight downstairs. And she beat her go downstairs and hold on for the girl. And I say, oh, she just go back downstairs, Raga.
Okay.
Bring her up, you know.
Then bring her, that man said, then bring her up and then
she... bring up by the baby mother and she just go back downstairs and I say one piece of...
Hold on, so she take the elevator and go back downstairs and then go put on some more beat. Go put on some more beating for no man.
I need to tell her I got beat things.
So what you say happen now? What you say the man, the policeman, what him do? He run?
Him run out that door, he reach out the door for the baby mother and the matey.
Him cut and left.
That door because he might eat that, you know, because I'm afraid of licking, you know.
What you say the man cut when the war start, he just run with it?
He reach out that door already when he want to the baby mother because he can't manage her. So she look a bit fine.
I can't manage her,
No. I can't manage her.
No, so I didn't look at a woman that trying no what? And she beat her. So what you say the other woman I look at money?
Because she have her money, she feel like the money could have saved her.
Okay, what she do for income? What she do?
I don't know what she do. I don't know why they make she aim like this. Oh my Lord, look what I come to a laughing stock.
For real?
And me for tell her laughing stock.
And a Thursday this go down here.
Thursday happen.
No, but you can't. You can't tell that which hospital it happen. Nothing wrong with it.
Spanish Town Hospital.
All right, yeah, man. That's no more. How about Spanish Town?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right. So what you think? What, on a Thursday, you tap me, I know.
Thursday night.
So tell me now. So what is...
Me the beside the baby mother, Raga, me for tell you.
So what you did do? You didn't get involved? Talk it through.
Raga, I'm run with my phone and start video it and me for tell you.
You video it?
The video it and me for tell you.
Yo, send the video to Ragashanti@gmail.com.
I know that when it done, him say, I'm sorry, I can't get to look at something bigger tomorrow. I say, when nearly done in the hospital.
When what done what?
When the war done.
What? Who say I'm sorry?
When the war done,
yeah.
He send text say, I'm sorry. And I tell the baby mother, say, if he can't give me look at something bigger.
Okay, and we know what that is, no?
Yeah.
Okay. We leave that part because we can't get too much into them details. But him still a draft it, no?
Who tell her, Raga?
But then tell me something. But it sound like the baby mother managing man, and she control him, and she rule him.
Raga, I say, she said, jiggle my brethren, and she said, go on head up and all these things.
Okay.
And she said, proper sort out.
Okay, you see it. But apart from her sort out shot and she can beat up on it again, like what go on for your friend, you know?
If she good man, she wait upon the little money.
Which money?
Like that.
Which money? Which money shall we wait for?
The blue fee money.
The what?
Fee money.
Oh, fee money?
Yeah.
Okay, but I say, where else I go and fair? Like, what she do? What she do?
Tonight, them go up on the road up in the evening, I must have left work 5 o'clock, and me to tell you.
No, but I say, like, where else I go and fair, like, career-wise and all them something, you know? What she set up for herself, you know?
Outer Road, she said. Big up Outer Road Records. Yeah, Outer Road she work for.
All right.
Yes, straight.
All right. Now, say, all right. And a Thursday, gone that mix up you have unfold. Okay, all right. You must say, you must say posterior here. All
right. Big up my friend Tishana with a big posterior around here.
All right, then. Big up big posterior Tishana.
Yeah,
the bossy people, them not like that B word there.
So, big up Christian pen straight.
All right. You take care here.
All right, Raga.
That's our
Governor Martin.
Striker! What you say?
Me there.
Yeah.
So you good do?
Now, what it to know?
Well, I have a little confession for touch them. I just pray to God as a person they even listen.
And you know, when you listen to the show a long time, so you know, we do confession topics too, don't it? Go say now.
You remember the time when they call and tell about the youth when they get the powder money from?
I not quite remember.
Yeah, man, and I made have to touch me 2 stone and... You remember that mix up there?
Yeah, I remember you telling me something about you made a young man become intimately acquainted with some stones, yes?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Him used to sell herb, you know. So one time, police hold him with it.
Yeah.
So him start fret and I said, boy, I know him, I go do him, I forgot go and Obeah man. So, I sit down and I think, you know, and I say, boy, some way I forgot try, you know, to see if I can suck out a little food there.
Yeah.
So, I think now. So, I go think, I tell him, I know Obeah man will live nearby, but you have to take a taxi for go there and say, no, I'm going to go country.
Yeah.
So, I say, by the time you have to beat for go country. But you come back, you better not blow off and you go in a prison. So, I try to go around and tell him, so I go carry him up on the man. So, the yard where I carry him going to church, keeping at the yard, but no Obeah business not going nowhere they say, you know. But I know the people there may keep the church there. So me and them talk. Sometimes I go carry him there, but him can't see the man himself, because the man deal with stranger. The man, I'm a godfather, so me I go tell the man we have film problem now, and him have to go deal with the man. The man I go deal with me now, and me tell him what to do.
See it there.
So me carry him up on the place, and me left him in the church. So I go around the yard now, I sit down in the yard now, I plan up now, I go in the bathroom now. I sit down in the bathroom. I tell him I want to use the bathroom. I sit down in the bathroom. But before that, I tell him to walk with olive oil. So when I'm in the church now, before I leave, I tell him, I'm not to tell the people, them say I'm not like that. Him come out, because they run him out, because they don't deal with strangers. I must just go there like him, just come to church. So I go in the bathroom and I plan up. What to tell him when I come out now, I'm and him go away. When I come out now with the olive oil back in my handbag, and when the church over, I go away, and I go and tell him, say, the man said, forget a cucumber.
All right, well, we have to take a break and we'll come right back to you, yeah?
All right.
And, yeah, strike again, man. Go down 9 meters, I sitting here now.
Yeah, so when me in the bathroom now, me have a book. Yeah, you hear me? Yeah, me have a book with me in the bathroom, so I write some psalms with my left hand, because I don't want to write with my right hand, so I'm going to spot out, say my handwriting. So, you know, when I write, like when you go basic school, so, like when you go basic school and you write up something for and some little, you know, you just go to school and you write, you just try to write something for mark up, me do for one leave, and me give me something for psalms.
Right.
So, I come out to the olive oil now, and when me and him go, I tell him, I collect the money already from before, you know. When I go there to him, I tell him, so the man charge me. So now, them time, then nanny no come in, you know. Neither $1,000 never in yet, you know. So, when me do that now, I collect the money and I tell him, say, one for do with the cucumber and put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And him for beer with lime and blue. And when him beer with the lime and blue, him for choice I want craft wear. So, when me come now, I tell him all of them something. I tell him, say, listen, I tell you, yesterday, man, you still have to contribute something to him church, same way whenever it come true, you know. You don't know what Raga?
Yeah. What?
The Friday night, we there dance now, and the policeman, where did see him, where did arrest him, see him and the policeman start talk to him about the policeman liquor. I say, I one of the biggest thing that ever happened to me, man. Because I look at him and I say, yes, so the man good on it work. Do you know, boy, I have to go back and check the man. I say, no, you can't check the man. You see like how this go on, you know, so you have to show every Sunday, you have to go send the man, show your half in every Sunday to the man and give the money to give the man, because you can't go to the man himself, because the man is the stranger, the man cripple.
Oh, Zen.
So you have to write this now. Me have a little feeding tree, you know. Because when the policeman start talk to him, you know, and everything, you know, cool him, cool the policeman right there, so, you know.
Yeah, him thinks I do Obeah work.
Yeah. So me just have him every time when me broke me God say want me, you know, carry a thing go get the man.
And every Sunday him send on something.
Every Sunday him send on him little thing, so till him end up go back a country.
No say a word, man. Like I be a cunning attack instead of the Obeah thing. That's a word. Here.
Anyway, Raga, the little just see me give me a one different number that she had dial of last week, you know. The one I me tell about the man.
Yeah.
I just see me give me.
Yeah.
The one where you say if you beg her, she not hear what you say.
Well, on, if you beg her look at something and she not give you, I hear she never hear when you ask.
Yeah, no, the same little village.
What you say now?
The little village where the whole of them live, man. And little village, you know, I want one station and one school. I want different dial, share dial right there, so now, you know.
With what?
I want new kid on the block, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Shago hard,
man.
Shago hard.
I got 3 left in the yard.
And she said that show.
Yeah, one of them, 3 of looking like handicap, and another one are bonafide friend man, that one there. And the next one, that one is surrounded by current.
By what?
that one live round at the back.
Oh, I'm surrounded by current. What do you mean?
Boy, that one, she can't touch that one, the man. Lick.
Oh.
Should we get shot, man?
Should we get So he said that man that's surrounded by current.
By current, him surrounded.
And you should move to that man, they have beer back kick and lick, should I get 220 watt current.
Yeah, man, she dead, man. The one that's surrounded by current.
But a she named Tekisha.
I tell you one of the little one in the yard where they look like the family. I want her cousin carry go upon her and get her a butterfly.
A butterfly?
Yeah.
What a?
Say I know the road code I mix up, man.
No, that
butterfly
one.
No monthly, man, $1,000.
Oh, you mean pan the something pan the okay, pan the bill, the actual butterfly. No, I never yet used that way there before. Yeah, teach
man,
me.
That's how we call it, man. Butterfly, I would say rapid.
$1,000 rapid a nanny.
Yeah.
So if you say give me a rapid, you ask $500.
Yeah.
But if you say give me a butterfly, it's a manly $1,000. Because the butterfly there, but you think you're nice. Don't worry yourself here.
I want a cousin, you know.
I want a cousin go.
Like you know, yeah, me can't go permit.
I want a cousin permit for $1,000.
Yeah. And you see the sister for that one there?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know she wants salsa, you know. But she have 2 pitney and not enough them enough for the man, you know. A lightning strike 2 place, one place 2 time, you know.
What you mean?
You don't know, you live with a man and 2 pitney and another man of him.
Yeah, that means you take 2 different men.
Yeah, but me not say at lightning strike 1 place 2 times they suck out and out of the 2 of them, none of them are him.
I saw it go him have 2 jackets, at least him wardrobe I expand.
But when you find out a burial.
That's our word, man. All right, striker,
anyway,
protection.
Big up champion Kenisha, large and all on the down there. And big up yourself, guidance, Raga.
That's our word, striker, protection. Here we go. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Good day, Ragashanti.
Yeah, what's up?
Long time listener, first time caller.
All righty.
Yeah, Raga.
Yo.
I'm trying to get to some this long time and I just get through.
All right.
And I'm so excited.
Okay.
I don't really talk, but Raga, I just call to tell you something. I'm glad to the back on the ear.
All right.
Keep me smiling every day.
All right.
Raga, you see the call when the girl called about the hospital.
Yeah.
This girl beat the wife.
Yeah.
I know she should have get beaten, Raga, because she did so bright.
I know she what?
She should have still have get beaten. I know.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, chip in and a chip out, you know.
I met the phone off a speaker. Raga?
Yeah.
Yeah, me say she should have still have get beaten. I know, because she did too bright.
You see it?
When she walked that man gone to the hospital for, she did have a baby.
That man said she shouldn't go to the hospital. What she go to the hospital for?
Right, Raga.
Even if I she there with the man straight out. Even if I she there with the man straight out, you know go hospital.
Lovely say a program.
Yeah, all right.
So, and big up, straight up.
All right.
Call girl. And Dana from call Raga. Me listen every day and me read. I'm not hear nothing about her. She alright?
Yeah, man, she good, man.
Yeah, he's a straight up big woman and I love her too.
All right, now send out here.
Nervous.
Yeah.
If me didn't even have a mix up, I couldn't give, but me just glad to me get here and big up Raga. And me I tell you, say, all the fight them a fight yet, them can't stop you.
All right, now say a word here.
Right, Raga?
Yeah, man, protection.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, Bunk Sonics caller, good afternoon. Hello.
Yeah, Raga.
Whoa.
I'll look a mix up for you still.
Blaze it up.
Yeah, one time, I have a girlfriend. My girlfriend live at Collins Green, which is near the Carib Theatre.
Yeah.
I mean, I look up on a girl too.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend said she want to go movie, go watch Exorcist. So I said, why, make a date with the Bonner girl for go. I'm going to tell my girlfriend, say, why, I can't bother go because I'm going to my mother and thing, and so tomorrow I can't the following day.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was over Carib, I wait on the step. And I wait. When I look across the road, I see the girl, the Bonner girl, I come, and when I look, I see my girlfriend behind us, I say, backside, what is now? Me and my girlfriend, I make 4 now. Couldn't move, me freeze. I wonder what to do now, because she know the Bonner girl, you know.
Oh, hold on. Your Bonner girl, your girlfriend know your Bonner girl?
Yeah, man, she know her.
Nah.
She know her. You understand? And here what now? She said she see her up on the bus when she was coming down from Alfred Tree.
Wait, who say who? Your girlfriend?
My girlfriend to the Bonner girl.
So the Bonner girl that come down from
the trailer.
Decide for trailer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You understand? And when we stand up at the bus stop now, you know, one brothers was over there at the bus stop, meet up and catch them. I see the 2 of them, well, my girlfriend, the behind her.
Yeah.
Jesus, what is not Raga, a guy just send a bus, come down. And block them, and I just go so boom. I'm go up the road, I'm cross road, I'm take a taxi. I've been here to home, they living on.
Well, so what you say? A God send a bus right there, so and block them so them can't see you for a second.
No, you understand?
So when the bus block them, what you do? You cut. You run.
Yeah, man, my girlfriend, I make 4 right now. Anyway, I'm cut, I'm take a taxi, I'm a driver. Make it any money for camera, go in here to and camera, go back on a Collins Green. As I tell the driver, I'll go on, right? I'm driving fast, going, I'm just going, I'm going to change my shirt. Put on a different shirt, I'm just cut and him drop me for Collins Green.
Yeah.
I'm going to come off about 2 yards from fair when I'm walk up at the yard, I'm going through. Because the way the man drive, she couldn't walk up and she couldn't take bus car in here.
Okay, me know, because she have to walk from Carefree, go back up at Collins. She have to pass TST and go back up traffic and go up at Collins Green. So, yeah.
I reached there before, I'm just sit down for
So you reach back before and then?
I'm going to sit down.
So when she tell you, so she see you down that crossroad. That one they mad. So when she tell us, cause she know she see you.
Well,
yeah.
Grandmother there talk. She come in and she a puff. Me see you. Me say, what you talk about? What you mean you see me way? Yeah, granny, him there a long time so with me. Yeah, no granny, you know, say nothing. Me say, oh, you see me, we see me which person. Me see a car when your woman that come for you and she go so. Me say, you see me a car. Anyway, you change the shirt. Me to change my shirt. I'm going to change my shirt. What you talk about? You have on a red shirt and you have on a white shirt. Me say that, oh, I'm going to change my shirt. You see me down there, so what I say about 5 minutes ago. I say, if you see me 5 minutes ago, me now have no shirt I had. I'm going to get shirt to change. Oh, that go. I'm going to go with the granny. A granny said, no, I'm staying a long time with me.
It's a granny I defend you too.
Yeah, man. I granny love cigarette now. I'm going to pack a cigarette.
What you say, granny? Tambourine! You say granny love cigarettes, so you don't give her fear fix up already.
Yeah, no, me see it, me know you, me say, but she have no proof for no.
Yeah. No, man, you just say my girl. Me know you love me, but you can't walk and see me at places. I Duppy you see, man, or whatever this is.
I say, I must Duppy you see, I couldn't me see. I say, because you love me so much, you mind upon me, somebody else will look like me at Duppy. I couldn't me see. I'm going to tell my brother, I know I can't convince you, I don't see, but you know I'm a proof, you understand me?
Okay.
The time was so sharp and quick, because if me never come with the idea, I'm cut, man. We're not trouble, man. Yeah, man.
That mad. Respect for that link there, yeah.
Yeah, man, cool.
That's our word, man. That's our word. Now, man, well, that plausibly, because Vineyard Town, you know, is relatively near to Crossroad. Boom, the car run go to say this. Because you know she did it. Because first of all, she go say, but where him there? Because you know she did it for a while, I wonder. The car was shot already, you know, man. And thing, I told so the taxi goes a boom and come up back South Camp, you know. And I shot it go up and wait him there. You don't even have to drive the Crossroad with you know. And even if you come across Caledonia and go so bop and go up Old Up Road and go so bop and turn with Azan there and come down, you know. And come down past Ripon Road and come down where Captain Baker there. Roop! Two, they there Collins Green again. That time she just a walk up and pass Empire Supermarket or somewhere down the circle. I look on her and say, yo, my girl, look how long your man there wait for you. Where you did there? Where you did there? Me just see, I'm out here get mad. Yo, that mad. Here we go. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, Raga.
Yes, greetings.
I'm have a mix-up to tell you.
Yeah.
I Obeah mix-up.
Send it on.
It is about my cousin 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
She went to her boyfriend yard.
Yeah.
And then Obeah, the woman Obeah Raga.
Who Obeah?
The man, woman Obeah Raga.
Okay, so it's not her boyfriend then?
It's her boyfriend. She shared the man with the woman Raga, but the woman live in a small island.
Okay, what?
She has the man to herself.
Well,
the woman are there.
Well, let me ask you. Your girlfriend, she Wifey or Matey?
I'm a cousin.
Your cousin? She Wifey or Matey?
She bought the two of them, Raga, because she does have the man, so.
I just him share roll with them?
Yeah.
But him have him woman who live a small island?
Yeah, and I have enough woman Raga.
And him have only
the number one.
But she had the number one?
For calm him.
And you sure she had the number one?
Yeah, she had the number one, Raga.
So what you say? She go over her house and then what reach her?
Yeah, she go to her house, and when she wake up the next morning, she feel sick, so she come home.
Yeah.
But this have make 2 weeks now. She lie down in the bed because the Duppy take her over.
The Duppy take her over?
The woman send for her.
So wait, so you said the woman where the man have a small island, she Obeah your cousin and put Duppy on her?
Yeah.
So when the Duppy take your cousin now?
She says she go to the house and the next morning when she the woman is there, the woman fly down,
Yeah.
Come look for her man.
Yeah.
But it's like the man no wants her.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
So that night when she go over there, the Duppy take her?
Yeah, and she come home back.
And then after she come home, what you say happen now?
3 weeks now, she lie down in her bed. The Duppy take her over. She get maga. Her foot then get long and her foot and her hand then get long.
No, that one there.
Right.
No, that one there, right? That one.
All right.
Well, are you telling me now, so the Duppy has sort her out too?
The Duppy has sort her out, Raga. She get little like baby.
She shrink where?
Yeah, she shrink.
Oh, so she gets smaller, so she'll lose weight and all them something from the sickness.
Yeah.
And you convinced says Obeah and Duppy reach her?
Yeah, man, because we call the church people them Sunday.
So how you know, say, is Duppy the pan her make she swing with her?
Because she not look right, rather she can't.
All right. Listen me now.
Yeah.
Simple question. Did you take this woman to the doctor? Did you take your cousin to the doctor?
No, Raga, she in a denial. She don't want to go to the doctor because she shame.
She shame her what? What she shame her what?
She shame too. She take the people them, man, Raga. And she know, say, she do something, you know, she do it something last year, October. My sister is pregnant and she had tried to trick the one, so she's pregnant. And she take my sister pee-pee.
Yeah.
And put it down for 1 week.
Yeah.
And go down a Jubilee, claim that she have baby.
Yeah.
And the man follow her, and my sister follow her.
Yeah.
And she cried the people, and the people did smell bad.
Yeah.
And she claims she lose baby Raga.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she did run that calendar then?
Yeah.
Then the man did find out about that?
Yeah, the man find out a lie she tell Raga.
A lie she tell? And that's a one different man or the same man?
The said man, what she tell lie, so she pregnant for. She cried the people down there, so she lose the baby.
Uh-huh.
And them have her in the hospital for 1 week, Raga, they for medication. And nothing ever wrong with her.
That the time my sister people she used, when they were pregnant, no?
Yeah.
So the man did find out she can't Sharon.
Yeah, and then keep show up on her, your show the night, and be a tambourine and be a thing and chat to her and talk about the things.
What you mean them keep, what you mean, who keep show up on her?
Why they could mix up man on them away, talk up the things, and them go for tambourine and everything, Raga, and keep show up on her. What the fuck,
well, so when them find out what she go on with them keep on tambourine show up on her.
Yeah, Raga.
Them go on like a Ragashanti. Them go on like a Ragashanti show.
Yeah, Raga, be a things.
And them just reload the mix up. Just tell with the community, the area. Just tell with the area.
Mountain View, Raga.
Mountain View. So then keep on show up on her with the can where she run. And,
Raga.
And go on with one bag of something about her, though.
One piece of things for about a week, Raga, because she can't farm in a Raga. We think a farm should have farm.
Okay. So what? They were them doing? Them pull out tambourine and them something there?
Mr. Raga, them have the whole work, spanner, she can't farm.
What them do?
Mr. them reload from she have baby straight up. Alright, Raga, alright, she have the whole work. So no one should stop the trade, Raga.
Alright, get careful what you say here. We'll cut out them something. Alright. But here I know. So somebody did that play Ragashanti?
Yeah.
Somebody did that play me?
Yes, Raga, them play so good.
Okay, alright. But here I know. So choose she go on with that can now. What she say, man?
The left far.
And it's a regular thing she do where she get
regular thing.
Well on, what she do? She get the we know about this go on a trick man, you know, where one girl borrow the people from somebody who pregnant and then go do this and that. So a regular thing she go on with.
Yeah, Raga, but she great because she go down there with the people and they say I lose the baby.
Okay.
Put her up and drip and everything, Raga, she in the hospital for 1 week.
So true, she afraid of the embarrassment to reach her at the hospital, that's why she don't go?
Yeah, that's why she not go, because people are chat her and have to shave AIDS and the way she look.
So true, she amaga where people are say AIDS she have?
Yeah.
So she going to stay there and dead then?
Rather than... we call it some revivalist people.
Hold on. Listen to me. Yeah. Nothing is wrong, you call revivalist people and the church people. Listen to me. Only need to pick up that girl and bring her to the hospital. You understand what I'm saying?
Doctor can't do nothing for her. She cannot go to the doctor, Raga.
Hold on. How can you say doctor can't do nothing for her when you don't even know what is wrong with her yet?
All right, Raga, she live in a denial then.
No, but
you could have carried her.
Listen, phone the diagnosis right now is that the woman, the man where she take woman, say other woman the Obeah. Now that the one I want to believe right now.
Yeah.
And when I say to you, carry her to a doctor and hear what the doctor say. The worst thing you can hear from the doctor is him don't know what is happening to her, alright?
Yeah, Raga.
So if I Obeah, but
It's not done right.
You stay right there, so we want the rest. We're going to make them read the news because we want the rest of this mix up. That one is hot. We're going... Papa, Jesus, I'm sorry, Charlie, ready for that one. You hear that one? Now, proper mix up there.
Right advice I give.
Right advice I'm giving. Okay, so, well, I'm seconded by a very bright and intellectually sharp person who is cognizant of the dynamics surrounding these matters and so forth. So, based on his opinion, I'm on the right track. News time.
A mix up and blender time.
Yeah, man, welcome back up in Ice Sitting. Now we're back to a caller. Caller, you there?
But there, man.
Yeah. So what me I say, yo, you see, yeah, because basically I tell me, say, I the man, I the man Obeah and sitting. But I say, is a girl run regular kind of hospital and them now have nothing to do with her auntie. But listen to me, the hospital is obligated to treat anybody, even if the person...
Yeah, when I say them are going to run her, you know.
Yeah.
But rather she know what she go on with, so she kind of afraid because them have her Duppy.
No, but you are saying at 3 weeks' time she just with away, so?
Yeah.
So, between me and you right now, is that girl where dash it out regularly all about and all them? So?
So.
Eh?
Yeah, she great, so Raga.
So could I really hate she for true?
Eh?
She could have really have HIV for true, don't it?
No, man, she not have it, Raga.
So why you think she...
Them girl, they go to doctor regular and take them check up, but them run some risky life.
So why you think really do her right? You believe she had the Obeah make she stay so?
No, I believe she had Obeah, Raga.
You believe she what?
Obeah.
So you believe she had the Obeah make she mag away so and them something, right?
Yeah, Raga. Exactly.
But what I'm saying to you is, part of being sure, says Obeah then, put it that way, yeah, is to first hear what the doctor say.
Yes, that's a true, Raga, but she don't want to go.
No, but when I say...
You can't force her.
What do you mean you can't force her?
She go on analyze she take, because she use her life to cover up her life, She use her life to cover up her life. You know, say what they may have put something on my Facebook page about that. Say people, if I saw them stay, if I lie, them can't help it. Them just tell lies. All when them mean you're good, then just I tell a lie. So it just she's
inner
that
them.
Type of person, Raga. She's that type of person.
You what me I say, man? You what me I say, man? And if it was strong angle and just lift her up and carry her to hospital, I don't know.
She come back to no, Raga. She come back to.
What you mean come back to?
The man pray for her and she walk outside and want to come back, Raga. But guess what? The Duppy now come out of the house, Raga. Sunday the man come and last night the man
who pray for her? The revival people and pray for her?
Yeah.
And then after them pray for her, what happen?
She get up, sit down up and walk and eat, Raga.
Oh, but she still maga though?
Yeah, man, she still maga.
Maga way and them. So, and then what happened after that no?
And them come last night and them try to take out the Duppy and the Duppy stand up stiff and them now move. If them run him out of the place there, him find one another entrance and come back and just jump on her head. She jump on her head and she depend. My head hurt me, Rock. My head hurt me. They make them take him off card. You see the Duppy where them sent here and the image of the man what she there with.
Oh.
Yeah, so, them sent she another backup on her mother-in-law and her mother-in-law must put one red something around her.
What, them sent for another what?
Them sent for backup, sis.
Oh, these are the people, the people who are praying for her?
No, man. Our boyfriend, mother come before the church people them come.
Our mother come before the church people then come and then...
Yeah, because she must voodoo or whatever, but she couldn't control the Duppy, so she had to go away.
So the mother come then and I try control the Duppy?
Not the one who she there with the no. Not the man who me attacking, the man who she live with Raga.
Oh, so she...
enough part of the story in Raga. She live with one man who she give born every day, Raga.
She live with a man who she born regularly?
Yeah.
So...
I know she sick other man, they have to lie down beside her, Raga.
And him a lay down beside her, the one where she live with, eh?
Yes, Raga.
So other one, the mother come for fight after the Duppy?
Yeah, but the Duppy too strong.
Oh, the Duppy too strong for she?
Yeah.
So when
she... leave it alone.
And she have to leave the Duppy alone?
Yeah.
And then the other people then come then, right?
Yes.
And then the other church people them and them pray. And when you say every move them move the Duppy move them pray more to one room, the Duppy run go in our next room.
Yeah. And them say him come from St. Martin. That's where the girl come from. They don't know nothing about the story, you know.
Who come?
Because people them don't know nothing about the story. But them say the way the Duppy strong, the Duppy come from St. Martin.
So it's a foreign Duppy?
Yeah, it's a foreign Duppy, Raga. That me I try to tell you.
Backside, I know. So wait, them can't angle foreign Duppy too strong.
Him strong so till a 2 days them come already, Raga. And them have to take her out of the house and the Duppy slung in the house and meaning now come out.
So the Duppy in the house right now then?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you think I got happen to her if she stay in there with the Duppy now?
If she stay in there with the Duppy, might kill her, Raga.
Oh, my killer. So then you know, go get. So what? All right then. In order enough for the Duppy no killer, I think we should have just take her and carry her to hospital.
Raga, this is not hospital business.
No, but when I say if you carry her to hospital, she will be away from the Duppy, and then the doctor will.
You know, find because the image of man, send the Duppy and
no, hold on.
Every minute.
Hear what me answer, man. You see, all right. Assume say the Duppy do her certain things, right? You see certain things where the Duppy do her. Sometimes the doctor them can have some things to help out with them something there, you know. You know, if you just carry her over. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
No, honestly, sometimes the Duppy will do you certain things. But, you know, that's how the Duppy does work. So, but you have to go to the doctor, and the doctor can just help, give you certain things to help you deal with what the Duppy cause happen to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, we need to try and get her to the hospital, where the doctor them can just give her certain things to help her overcome, you know, certain things where the Duppy cause for her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So, you going to do that?
We're going to try.
Hold on.
We can't force her.
Yes, but me I tell her, I say, I have to force her. And that me I try to tell her, I have to force her. Because if, what you going to sit down and say you can't force her, make she stay in there and dead?
No, Raga, what we are going to do first, I make the people, they will do them work first, so them start off with.
What you mean? The
and
people,
if that not work?
The people them who are fight the Duppy? But listen, now you see, man, I said the Duppy strong and them can't manage the Duppy. That's why I tell you.
Them are going to do some. Other more people go join in and them will do a little pucker-ban and do your things and say them can take him out.
Okay,
so right now, Raga, she can sit down up, she can eat, she can do everything.
Oh, so them are going to drum out the Duppy then? And sing out the Duppy then?
Yeah.
All right.
And then after, we can make she go a doctor.
And then after all of that, no, at that time, we're not going to carry her to a doctor?
Yes.
Oh, gee.
Raga, it sounds strange, you know.
Listen to me, man. I Raga chat to you, know. Yeah, man. So you go like say, hey, now you know so we keep it real, though.
Yeah, man.
But me, I ask you a favor. At some point, as soon as possible, carry her to the doctor.
Yeah, man. We are carry her, man.
No, I know why you go around the thing, you know, because you go like you rooks me out and you clown me out, you know. Me why you really, no, man, big and serious. Me why you really.
Let me tell you something. I said tomorrow come.
Yeah.
And the people then come back, I call you Thursday and tell you what go on.
You promise?
I call you back Thursday and tell you what go on.
All right, give Ruth your number to it, here. Half the year, here.
I have my number already. Yeah,
Ruth have your number already?
Yeah.
She have your name too?
I mean, answer my phone. My name.
No, you're not fit nobody. No, you're not. Not tell me your name. Yeah, all right. We don't want nobody.
You must want the people that run with them community.
Okay, just cool, man. No worry. As long as the link there half the year, we say. But listen to me now. As soon as possible, get her to.
She's not sick. She's physically sick.
She's not sick. She's physically sick. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. But you see somebody who is physically sick. You see the physically sick part.
Need for go to the doctor.
Yeah.
All right.
A real thing me I tell her, man. I don't want to go around them here. Honestly, just carry her go to the doctor, yeah?
Yeah, man. I carry her. When I carry her, I call you back.
All right, then put us. Go.
All right, then. Bye.
Some sweet day, I'm going away. I'm going to leave this world, no more to rule. Tell the prodigal boy, tell him to come without delay. You don't know what I want. Here we go. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hey, Raga.
Hey, what's up?
Raga, what a good thing we credit all up like that, Raga. And we shot long before 4 o'clock, we are well.
Oh,
yeah, I say what a good thing we credit all up and to want to talk to you, too.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
I
Park up, Tommy.
Go on, my good up friend.
Me day a baby, I hold it, you know, I look on the dirty near goddamn.
Psalms 46 says, God is our refuge and our strength. He must fear refuge and fear strength, Raga.
Long time.
A very present help every time, Raga.
Long time. How ever beat them. Ever beat them.
Anyway, Raga. I'm a neighbor want to talk to you.
Okay.
But me decided to give you two little tips first. Raga, you should have reverend lady this morning, me I tell you, Raga. You know how long me I try to tell the people them say sex is a part of worship, Raga.
Yes.
But then would I never listen to me?
So you agree? You agree with? Hold on. So you agree with Reverend Carla Dunbar then with what she said?
101%, Raga.
See it there. All right then.
Raga, a long time me I try to preach it and people them to, but they ain't listen to me, Raga.
Okay.
Raga, every single thing we can think of, even oral sex, Raga, it was created by God. But because the church people...
Hold up.
The devil use in a film way and abuse it, Raga. But it's the beauty, as she said, being married, where you go through every single thing, Raga.
No. We just need to make one point clear. She did not say oral sex was created by God, okay?
No, she didn't.
She never said that. What she's saying is that when two people are married and together, and the two of them agree to do whatever they want to do, she's basically saying it's for them business that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. She has said them do it. But she never said God created oral sex.
No, she never said that.
Okay, right. We just want to make sure. We just want to make sure.
Part because everything was created by God, Raga.
Okay.
But just like the devil take it and him use it and him abuse it and him turn it to a totally different way. So people look on it different. But I do...
No, but we have to be careful when we say everything was created by God, don't it?
But remember...
No, all right, listen. You have pedophiles out there, don't it? People who want to have sex with children. We can't say that was created by God.
No, that was not.
And that is something we don't want people to do, right?
No, we don't want that.
And we don't want people to do that. So there's some things there that weren't created by God. To use your explanation, then we can't say them things they're created by Satan, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But then you have some people who listen to you and say oral sex was created by Satan also.
It is just abused.
What do you mean?
Abused in the wrong fashion.
If
a couple who is married wants to entertain, because you have to have things to liven up that marriage.
Okay.
You have to keep that marriage active. You have to keep it going.
Okay.
So you have to find suitable ways and means in which to accommodate each other.
So you know, with your person who you are committed to, you would do the things, right?
Raga, boy, me I tell you, I don't have nobody. I don't know who else wants me.
You know nobody right now?
No, sir.
Okay, how come?
Boy, I don't know.
How long
no you... church,
How long no you have nobody?
Raga, I can't say much up on the ear, you know. But
no. I don't know. I don't know the slot that. We just say how long is it you're going to answer in time?
Okay. I have not belonged to anyone for a number of years now. I mean, I played in between, but that was just a little, you know, to just ease some of the tension.
Oh, so you do look at something in between then?
Well, it has been a long time, no, but I try to take my mind from that stage.
Okay. So years now, you know, do the things them then?
Right.
So a long time now, you know, do something?
Yeah.
Then how your man is you're not afraid cobweb take you up with us?
Why, Raga? Yeah. As I say, a long story. We don't want to get into that part.
Okay. But you help yourself every now and then, right?
Well, you could say that.
Okay, then all right. Then cool. We understand.
Anyway, Raga.
And God not seen you for that need you put us?
No, dear.
Okay. Self-reliant, self-help.
Yeah. Amen.
There you go. So what you say now? Somebody else want to say something to me quicker?
Yes, my neighbor, but with the Raga, my mother. Yeah. She don't want to hear me listen to you, no, Raga, but guess what? I always have to turn up the radio loud, because right now in the house, she listen.
Okay.
And she no ram for bush laugh, Raga, more while she come ask me, say, oh, what kind of foolish that in the car, they tell her, say.
Okay. But since you have your neighbor talking on route, I tell me she have 10 million other car. I could talk to your neighbor quick.
Raga, one last thing. When you come back and take a bit, because guess what now? Even though I don't have don't get it wrong, you are my blessed friend.
Okay.
I respect you highly. Raga, I think when I come back, I'm going to be kind of spar with you for that night. They just, you know, get a little light and see the thing one-on-one.
What you mean? No, I mean, no, say you just, you know, when you say part.
Just entertainment, just to be around you on a one-on-one level, I mean, we're just friends. That's just it. Just nothing. Don't
No, just friends.
it.
No. I understand what you mean. So what you mean? Like me and you going like a little date and enjoy each other?
No, really. I wouldn't call it a date. Just, we just par with it for the night.
No, but you see, me love to know what me I get in, you know? So I just want to say, what par with you mean? You know? No, man, just help me understand.
Just friends, Raga. Just, you know, I have a little sister and she never really meet you in person. She want to listen to them.
Oh.
And she just want to have a little fun. Because Raga, I say I go to church. But that don't mean say, you know,
that
I just want a little teeny rock out.
You want a little broke out type of thing?
Right. So I just want to enjoy myself.
No, I just want to know because you see, if we're on a level where the two of us cool, I know say none of them movements enough to make them just cool. But wife me and you dead, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know. Me and boy and I feel a certain way. I could have all those kind of, you know, move to in my little style. No, I just say, that's why I need to know because if you're not dead so, then I know I'm not gonna violate. But I just want to know. You know, coming out of this.
That would have been like a dream.
What?
To think, hey, I could actually be with you.
No, but you never know if me and you papa one-on-one and then I start feeling. No, I not feel you, me not feel me. I said, then the record up on radio. No, sir, and they could not feel me, and me could not feel you. And at the same time, you never know the two of us could have just gel nicely and things. So I just say, like, supposing then I'll me go roll to your right, you know, and start.
Lord have mercy.
I'm a juggle to you a certain way. Like, what you think? Anything would have possible? Eh? Aye. Eh? So, tell me now, man, you think something would happen?
I'm getting nervous. Believe me.
I'll lie.
Yeah.
What may I say?
I'm a bit out of place.
Stop, you bad girl.
And Raga, to me, have a little list tongue in just a tie up.
Tell listen, no, like your tongue a tie up right, you know?
Yeah, it make me nervous. It make me get nervous, Raga.
I'll lie. Then I them think that your tongue do when you get nervous. All right, your tongue get list. All right. Now say how old, yeah?
No, Raga, I'm calling you because I come like a me end up take over the... You girl! Raga, after her husband send call her to come cook him dinner, and the girl said, I'm going to tell the man about she on retirement. You ever hear anything about Raga?
The one that me just attacked her husband send call her to come cook?
No, Raga, the one where me tell her say she a fear the call, but she make me go and make it fair, you know?
Zin. Oh, okay. But now say, all right, then we're going to bunk some other call. We're going to come up here, we buck up here.
Yeah, Raga.
All right, then you take care. Good. Richard Rainford, what is wrong with you? Here we go to the phone lines. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
She's full of vibes. So. Hello, yes, good afternoon, yes.
Raga.
Yes.
The second time calling your show. But
yeah.
The song that you're trying to remember, it go like this. Where the prodigal boy, tell him to come without delay. Where the prodigal boy, where the prodigal boy, where the prodigal boy, tell him to come without delay. Where the prodigal
you sure it's not tell the prodigal boy?
For we are calling the delay. We are calling without delay.
We are calling without delay. Tell the prodigal boy, tell him to come. You sure it's not tell the prodigal boy?
Yes.
It's tell. Yeah, tell.
The prodigal boy, tell him to come. It's
tell
go like that.
Come. Yes, man. But yes, sister, you know this song. But me
I go to church in Iraq. I go to revival church.
You go to revival church. Wonderful. And me grew up in a revival church with my mama. So me know all I look at you them. Eh?
Rockford, the church.
Rockford, your church. Eh? You're good revival church.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's going good?
It's supposed to help me in a long time. I never go church.
How long now you not go church?
I got me can't talk.
Aye. All right. You make sure you go soon here.
Yeah. I'm a big woman, Raga.
Okay. Mr. Make sure you go church soon.
Okay, yeah, man.
Okay, all right. You take care here. Here we go. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, yeah.
Is that good thing you left big yard? Otherwise, me would not get you so often.
What you say, Saint Taco?
We there, you know, Raga.
All right.
Yes, then go and capture you like what them did do me cousins.
What you mean?
You better mind when you did a private funeral, you have to go get.
What you mean? Why you say that?
Yeah, for a woman in there have a funeral.
Your cousin? Okay. That now got me.
For a woman did a funeral, you know. Remember the one I mean I tell you say the fish when I rub the man mouth?
The what?
The fish. Fish and bammy where she carry go rub the man mouth, the dead man mouth?
Yeah.
Where the like a stick?
Yeah.
So that means a fish pan fish, you go rub on the man mouth. And then a 4 woman did it for him too, you know.
4 woman did it for him?
4 sweetheart was there.
Okay.
And then the one in the church, I rub him down the ball and I say about him now. He say him now left for him.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. What you just say, you know, mean it in another way, but it come out funny.
No. But then me I say, man, work a parlor, you know.
Okay.
Very hard for them get him off and every trick where them work, him know it already.
Okay.
It?
Here we go. Bunks another caller before we cut you. Good afternoon. Hello.
Raga.
Whoa.
Wagwan.
There.
All right. Big up Chimilax anyway. Johnny Chimilax.
Okay, all right.
Susie.
Susie, what you say? Yeah, man. Yeah.
Anyway, Raga.
Yeah.
That friend have a friend, you see?
Yeah.
So that friend know her mother they are married. But she there with this woman's husband. So the husband go at farmers all the time. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And telling him getting visa from their foreign. Now we go and you feel like. Anytime the girl get a barrel, I get anything from him mother, guess what she go do?
What she gonna do?
Go tell people to have a man send barrel for her.
The friend husband was shot.
Right. And him send barrel for her.
That time our mother send the barrel.
That time our mother send the barrel.
Yeah.
And I did always believe because she give them things and so you know get her friend them things and so forth. Anyway, one day now she get the barrel and when she get her barrel now, she call her so that I said, the barrel come. And she'll get this and that outside so the friend she come check her. Well, guess what now? The friend check her before the time.
Yeah.
I bet you the friend will catch her at Duraga. A marker, mark the man name and the man address.
Pan the barrel.
Jesus. Mr. Raga, the friend said she nearly pop up, she laughed, she nearly dead. She said, make your lights up. And your mother, all the barrel, wake up barrel them in the house, and the mother name and address the funny. So like she said, the whole on there. Then all the name, I can't name for two.
Then what she do with the mother address, like address where they dip on the barrel? Can't have for sure where it come from. What she do? All she do? What she do? She cover it up and erase it. Me know she get the marker and write the man address, but how she get rid of the mother address, man?
You know, in a plug the mistake she do now. She use the marker now. I try mark out for the mother name. I write over for the man, so you know say it's not proper.
Oh, me understand. She change them up and change up the letter them and do them something there.
Good. Exactly.
So it end up looking good then. That the name always look chamba then.
Exactly.
Okay.
So me just a simple tell you person never I made them here high pants them get this and that man. I lie no for them again.
Okay.
No for them at General Raga.
Yes, it.
A man can no for them.
Man can me to them.
How will you say, man? Them make it like that.
All right. Then the wife then not get canto.
Raga, they will not know. I wish man in the house how can their wife?
No, my wife I get canto.
If you find 1 out of 100, you don't find 2.
No, my wife I get canto, man.
Me say if you find 1 out of 100, you don't find 2, Raga. Can none can this young man here.
That are you.
None can the Raga can guess what? Raga, my time to know, say, yes, the one girl, the same girl that call about the newspaper, she take me on hard, you know, Raga.
What?
They want to call about the mate at the front of the newspaper and the wife in the mirror. She take me on hard, you know.
Yeah, you mean she take you on her?
Because she hot to me.
But you don't know her. You don't know her.
No.
She
call her, so she hot to me.
When she call her,
she talk up the things then.
Oh, okay. She said she hot for you. Oh, when Johnny did there.
Right.
Okay, now say a word, man.
But me just simply want to make you know, say.
Yeah.
She hot, that means she fire me water, me cooler.
No say a word. We have to cut you now. Wear your shoes.
Canker floor, Raga.
Eh?
Me don't canker floor.
You are an old what?
Canker floor.
Canker floor?
Canker floor, Raga, canker floor. You hear me, say? Me say, I am an old canker floor.
Canker floor?
Yes.
Meaning?
Me don't understand, me a canker floor.
Okay.
And no me a around here for me. Raga, this one me the day nice than them father.
No, man, we have to cut no shoes. We have to cut no car. Them I go prepare for nationwide at 5 and I'm in a studio now. Where?
Well, now watch nothing, Raga. You don't know what you weed is.
All right. A blessings and respect.
And direct, and we is we who come after is we, bro.
All right then, shoes. Shoes say we is we, and who come after is weevil.